funk. My left stroke just went viral. Right stroke put a baby in a spiral. Soprano C, we like to keep it on the high note. It's levels to it, you and I know. Tell them be humble. Sit down. 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 Who that thinking that he frontin' on that man? Get the off my stage, I'm the same man. Get the off my, that ain't right. I make a play blowing up your whole life.
All right, what's going on, everybody? Wes Moore, Joe Franklin with you. It is Out of Bounds. Gotta fix these headphones a little bit. Hope you're having a good day. Hope you had a great weekend. A lot of things to recap. The weekend recap brought to you by Fleet Management Services. Joe Franklin here with us. Got a lot of things going on right now. What's up? How are you?
Oh, everything's good. Yeah, it was a good weekend. A lot going on in sports, a lot to watch. And even outside of sports, you want to watch some movies or whatever the case was to enjoy Father's Day, sit back and relax. There was a lot to do.
Speaking of, last night, my wife is out of town. My oldest daughter's already flown back to college, so I think my youngest daughter just kind of felt guilty with it being Father's Day, and it was, everybody was gone. So she hung out with me all day yesterday, watched the U.S. Open. That was awesome. I mean, that's all I wanted. She asked me, I was like, I want to watch the U.S. Open. Had a little money. Remember I told you I bet on Sam Burns, so
Right.
It was very interesting yesterday. And afterwards, she was like, let's watch a movie, Dad. And I was like, all right, what do you want to watch? She's like, have you ever seen The Green Book? I was like, no, but I've heard about it, and I heard it was really good. So we sat and watched that last night.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome. It was good.
That is great. That is great to just sit around and spend some family time. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, I don't know if I ever got off the couch to do it. I went to church, came back, got on the couch, and pretty much stayed there the rest of the day.
No cooking? Order some food?
No,
She
we
cooked?
ordered some food.
Okay.
We got some takeout, and she went and picked it up. So it was awesome. It was a really good day for me. Yeah, hope all the dads out there had a good Father's Day.
Absolutely. Hope you got to do whatever it was you wanted to do and not really forced into anything.
Yeah, so much of my childhood, I can remember my Father's Day memories. It's around the U.S. Open, the golf tournament, with my grandfather and my dad watching it. Maybe we'd go play, come back, watch the end of the U.S. Open. It was always a special moment, for these golfers, their dads. And you saw it yesterday with Wyndham Clark. His dad took the red eye from Denver and surprised him and was there for the, at the end for the celebration.
Yeah, even the amateur that his dad got to caddy for him on 18, just another one of those great moments.
A pretty cool moment there for some fathers celebrating their sons and what they were doing at the U.S. Open. Man, Wyndham Clark, I don't know why the fan base, they were against him, except for he wasn't Scotty Scheffler. That's all I can think. They just really wanted Scotty to finish off the career Grand Slam. But what Wyndham Clark was able to do yesterday to battle the golf course, to battle his own game, to battle the golfers, Sam Burns making a charge, and then battle the fans. I thought it was just absolutely incredible performance yesterday. I kept waiting for Wyndham Clark to just fold, to implode, and he kept hitting big putt after big putt, big shot after big shot, and found a way to win his second U.S. Open and to really, I hope, win over some of those fans because they were
not sure that it will happen though. There was something about he's had some anger management and some moments where maybe fans got a little turned off. He tore up something on the golf course last year, and fans are just they're almost putting him and Patrick Reed in that same realm. But that becomes even better for these golfers when you're able to win despite everybody pretty much being against you. It's almost like, okay, well, that's what it is, and I'm going to throw it in everybody's face. Yeah. I'm still good, and I'm going to go out and win these tournaments.
I think it was last year he destroyed a sign at the PGA Championship or a tee marker. And then at Oakmont last year at the U.S. Open, he tore up his locker. Destroyed the locker. And, it was a big to-do.
They said from what he tore up, they made trophies out of the metal that he used. So they were able to repurpose it in a good way.
Well, and I think he's apologized for over a year now about, making a mistake. And I think most people can relate with it. Most golfers, I'm sure, can relate to losing your frustration over a round of golf and doing some things you can regret. And he's regretted. He's apologized, made amends, and hopefully the way he handled it yesterday. And I thought on the his ceremony afterwards when he accepted the trophy and was talking out to the crowd, maybe some of them are a little bit better or bigger Wyndham Clark fans after that and the way he handled it. But I was very impressed. I remembered Wyndham Clark winning the U.S. Open 3 years ago, and he's been a good golfer, but I just don't know much about Wyndham Clark. He's just kind of a guy that's just not a huge personality, and so he's. I don't say I root for him, but I don't root against him.
There's something to that, though. Golf, lately there's been bigger personalities, but all time, not necessarily. There have been at moments, but it's not like you look at a field and you say out of 150 golfers that 100 of them have great personalities.
No.
And you don't know a lot about many of those golfers until they're at an elevated level where they're winning. They're on a bigger platform.
Get to the Ryder Cup or something like that. That's why I like the whole Netflix series. Wyndham was a part of that one year. I want to go back and watch it now. But I thought that shined a light on these golfers off the course, so you kind of get to know them and see what they're like. What was that Netflix series called? There was like 3 years of it. But anyway, I was impressed with Wyndham Clark and what he was able to do. Man, those par putts on 4, 6, and then I think it was the par 5 16th when he hit it left of left, and it was in some nasty stuff. And I was like, well, this is it. That's when I started. He's going to fold. He's going to blow up here, and Sam Burns is going to win. And I'll be danged, he hits it out of that rough, hit a 7-iron. And it went over 200 yards, cleared the bunker. Now he's out in the middle, hits an 8-iron to the back of the green, but he kind of got a bad roll, and it kind of rolled away from the green right there on the back edge of it. And I was thinking, well, he's going to get his par, and he rolls in the birdie putt. That was it. That's what finished it off, even though they gave him the 2-shot lead. He had the hiccup on 17 and needed to make a par on 18. And when he had hit that lag putt up there to about 10 inches, whatever it was, I was like, that's it, man. That guy, he came through when it mattered on 16 and then on 18.
Most impressive is he was able to hold on. We said going into the weekend he had that big lead even on Friday. And so now you got to just play the course over the next couple of days, Saturday, Sunday. Somebody's going to make a run, but it's up to you to not lose the tournament. We said that on Friday. And even after his round Saturday, analysts were saying, okay, this thing is done. It's over. And you don't see him blowing a 6-shot lead. Yeah. Well, he got really close to it, but he went wire to wire. From beginning to end. He won that golf tournament.
He needed every one of those 6 shots. And I'll tell you, the Saturday, the Eagle on 16, huge. I mean, you could probably go back and look. 16 was really good to him with an Eagle on Saturday that kind of got him back to where he, the lead to, I guess, 7 strokes at one time, and then ended up with a 6-shot lead, and then 16 again on Sunday, making birdie there to give him a 2-shot lead, just in case he had a hiccup on 17 or 18, and he needed it after the 3-putt or missing that par putt on 17. Also over the weekend, Razorbacks got a couple more commitments. Ryan Silverfield, he picked up a commitment from an offensive lineman. His name is Judah Gums, and he also picked up a commitment from Jameer Cantrell. Or Cantrell. I'm not sure. I got to talk to Jameer.
You know what? Mostly it's Cantrell outside of here. When we talk about the street that runs near us, it's Cantrell. But when you hear somebody's last name, most of the time it is Cantrell.
Kind of like Terrell and Terrell.
Exactly. So you wonder who this street is named after and why it was Cantrell.
Maybe it's supposed to be Cantrell. And we've been saying it wrong for all these
Anytime
years.
somebody from outside of here sees the street, they say Cantrell.
Yeah, Cantrell. So 2 more commitments for Ryan Silverfield. The big news today, and honestly, Joe, I don't know how to feel about it. Dusty May is leaving Michigan to be the new head coach of the Dallas Mavericks. I mean, he's a great college coach. I mean, he's been on the rise with Florida Atlantic, then getting it done at Michigan. I don't know. Does it translate to the NBA? I don't know. I don't know how to feel.
Well, it's obvious that this was a dream of his, and he went through the progression of small school, bigger school. You win a championship, and after you win that championship, now you exit to take on the next challenge. And there was even talk about Dusty May making a jump to NBA even before Mav's job became available. Just a few weeks ago or whatever, maybe in a surprising move to some that Jason Kidd wasn't going to be there. But Dusty May's name had been discussed prior to that as far as being an NBA coach. So the fact that Mavs, they're the team that make the move, maybe that in itself is a surprise. But the fact that Dusty May is there, maybe not as big of a surprise because he's been talked about.
I saw on social media that it was just 5 days ago he did a podcast, and he was just talking about the dysfunction in college basketball and how it just wears you out going year to year to year, redoing your roster every single year, not knowing who you're going to have on your team the following year. And it was maybe a little telling, how his feelings are for the state of college basketball, and doesn't have to deal with it anymore.
Yeah, and even when his name was discussed, it was always put out there that it was a matter of when, not if, he was going to make the move to NBA at some point.
And Michigan's already made the move to name one of his assistants the interim head coach.
And that's an expected move.
At this point in the season, it's kind of late in the game, and the portal will now open for those Michigan players. I guess once it becomes official that this coach, so they can leave. They'll have like a 15-day window to leave if they want to.
And they did some big-time recruiting in the offseason.
They did.
And you're able to do that as a defending national champ at this point.
And I got one of the big men that Arkansas was going after also. But you got to figure by naming a guy that's already on the staff,
you'll be able to keep some
probably
of those.
Keep most of those players, and they'll stick around Michigan too. But that news came out a little earlier this morning with Dusty May going to the Mavericks. And then World Cup continues. Of course, we got to watch the Americans win on Friday afternoon. Then Friday night, I guess whatever needed to happened for the Americans, and it became official that they are advancing and will be they win their group. And the schedule is almost set on we know when they'll play again. We just don't know yet who they will play.
Right. Well, the third game coming up on Thursday, June 25th, it was already in place because that's the last match of group play. But they're usually in years where you're talking about 32 teams, you have certain groups matched up, and you can tell by seeding who the next opponent is going to be. This year was a little different with 48 countries being involved, and there were so many possibilities of if you win this group, you could be matched up against several groups from several different seeding options. And so that's why moving forward, for a while, there was some doubt as to who they would play and how the matchups would fall into place.
And then tonight, you have your last college sports activity of the year, or for this year. And then the calendar changes over to the next academic year. But Oklahoma and North Carolina will play for a national championship. Game 3, the if necessary game tonight in Omaha. And I tell you, this Oklahoma team keeps battling, and it wouldn't surprise me if Oklahoma wins it. I would pick North Carolina just because of the way they were able to. They were in one of these situations already this year. Remember USC in the regionals or super regionals? USC won game 1. North Carolina had to win game 2 and game 3 to advance to the College World Series. So I feel like that experience will help them. I have not watched one pitch of the College World Series.
Really?
Not one. But I was so busy and caught up with the U.S. Open.
Yeah.
That was the game 2 was yesterday during the U.S. Open. I guess Saturday night I could have watched some of it, but I don't know how these two teams stack up pitching wise. If one team is hurting compared to the other, if anyone has the advantage pitching wise with the bullpen and the number of arms they've used. But when you look at North Carolina, just their overall record, their season, what they've done, this is probably the best team going up against the hottest team. Which way will it play out? I was looking back at Oklahoma, and to finish off the SEC season, they lost 2 of 3 to Auburn, 2 of 3 to Florida, 2 of 3 to Arkansas, and 2 of 3 to Tennessee. They lost their last 4 SEC series and lost their first game at the SEC tournament. And then something clicked, and this team has been on an incredible roll, going to Georgia Tech, beating Georgia Tech twice, then, of course, sweeping Kansas, then sweeping through their side of the bracket when most people, had Texas or Georgia as the favorite to come out on that side. They win in 3 straight games to go. And I think they had a 9-game winning streak from when they lost their first matchup with Georgia Tech, came out of the losers bracket, and then through Super Regionals, the College World Series, a 9-game winning streak was stopped when they lost to Game 2 to North Carolina.
Yeah, and, I mean, their bats have been hot, and it continued through the beginning of last night's game. They score a couple of runs first inning. Looks like they may be running off with this game, and then Oklahoma was able to piece it together by inning, come back, and get a 4-run win. And their pitcher that went last night, Glauber, he pitched 65 pitches, but if he has any availability tonight, he looked unhittable.
That was the guy that came out of the bullpen last night?
Yeah.
I saw that tweet that their starting pitcher had to leave the game after like 4 innings and that they were turning it over to Glauber, who is their guy. They said he's capable of finishing this out, but I'm sure the plan was not to have him pitch 5 innings, maybe pitch like 3 innings.
Exactly.
But he had to finish it out last night. Yeah, that would be tough.
65, though. Yeah. 65 pitches last night. If he can give him
an inning?
I mean, I was thinking if he can give him 25 to 35 pitches maybe, then, I mean, if you can get him in there and he can give you anything, and it is the last game, so I'm sure he's campaigning to make sure he can help the team in any way possible, but, you wonder if the coaches would put him in that position.
All right, that's a little bit of a setup of over the weekend and what's been going on and what we got tonight. Coming up, we got Joe Klein hanging out with us. He'll be in the studio. And then at 3:30, we're going to find out the details about the state's largest indoor pickleball tournament. It's coming up at the end of July, beginning of August down in Hot Springs at the Convention Center. We'll have a guest in the studio to talk about that. So it's going to be a busy day. We'll take some phone calls, 661-1037. You can always hit us up on the Middleton Heat and Air text line. Same number there, 661-1037. Your thoughts on the weekend, the U.S. Open, United States soccer team. Tonight, Oklahoma. You rooting for Oklahoma? North Carolina. I'm not an SEC. I mean, I like the SEC, and I think it just says, but I have a hard time rooting for Oklahoma to win tonight. I'm kind of pulling for North Carolina, honestly.
Yeah, it really doesn't matter.
All right, we'll take some calls, read some texts when we come back. Stick around. It's Out of Bounds.
Still on the sidelines? Then it's time you suit up and get in the game. Download Arkansas's favorite sports wagering app, Bet Saracen, today.
This is SportsCenter.
In the U.S. Open at Shinnecock over the weekend, Wyndham Clark led wire-to-wire and held off Sam Burns, Tom Kim, and Scottie Scheffler to win his second U.S. Open. After shooting 6 under in the opening round and getting to 7 under to start Sunday, Clark shot 3 over in the final round yesterday to finish at 4 under for the weekend, giving him a 1-stroke win over second-place finisher Sam Burns. The win earned Clark a $4.5 million purse. And in U.S. soccer, the Americans have advanced to the knockout stages after a 2-0 win over Australia Australia on Friday. Alex Freeman, son of former Green Bay Packers wide receiver Antonio Freeman, scored for the United States to give America their first back-to-back wins in the World Cup since 1930. This also guaranteed that USA will win their group, despite what happens in their next game Thursday night. They will play their first knockout round game on July 1st. I am Moose with the Buzz Radio Network.
Hi, my name is Nita Freeman, and I'm the marketing director for Genesis of Conway. In our new store that opened in November, we have been a partner with the Buzz from the very beginning. We love all the packages that we get from them. They are helping us promote our big golf tournament, the Genesis of Conway Central Arkansas Open. Robert Davidson is awesome, is a great partner. He is willing to go above and beyond to do whatever we need to make our partnership successful.
For more information on advertising, call me, Robert Davidson, 501-744-1279.
Pat Bradley joins Randy and Rick each week, courtesy of Razorback Camper Sales in Hot Springs, where you can get a 20-foot Salem starting at $14,990 during their 2026 liquidation sale. Find them online at RazorbackCamperSales.com.
River Valley Tractor is here to help you turn your dream projects into reality. You love your land, and you have plans for it. During Kubota Orange Days, you'll love the great deals on their versatile, reliable lineup. Stop in today for the best deals of the year. Now through June 30th, 0% financing available or save up to $5,500 on select compact tractors. Sale ends soon. Go to rivervalleytractor.com for more information.
Camping season is here, and Razorback Camper Sales in Hot Springs is liquidating all 2026 year model travel trailers and fifth wheels. If you've been thinking about a new trailer, now is the time to buy. One of the many great deals is a 20-foot Salem with bunk beds, power awning, plywood floor, and much more for only $14,990 or $150 a month. Hurry while the selection is good. All these great deals can be seen at RazorbackCamperSales.com.
FanDuel, in partnership with Oaklawn Sports, is now available right here in the state of Arkansas. And on the biggest soccer stage in the world this summer, FanDuel, in partnership with Oaklawn Sports, is changing the soccer game with a feature built for soccer fans. Because sometimes your player gets subbed off and your bet goes with them. It can happen at any moment. 1 minute they're on the pitch creating chances, and the next they're heading to the bench. Well, not anymore with FanDuel Super Sub. If your soccer player is subbed out, your bet stays in. That's right. When your player leaves the match, your bet automatically continues on with a substitute player. So whether the action happens early, late, or deep into stoppage time, you're still in it until the final whistle. Visit FanDuel.com/Arkansas to get started now. FanDuel, in partnership with Oaklawn Sports. Let there be goals this summer on FanDuel. Must be 21 plus and present in Arkansas. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
To celebrate their partnership with the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission, your Arkansas Chevy dealers are giving away a 2027 Chevy Silverado 1500. For complete rules and to register to win, current Arkansas Game and Fish license holders should visit ChevySweepstakes.com/Arkansas Truck Hunt or see your Arkansas's best Chevy dealer for more details. No purchase necessary to enter or win. Open to legal residents 18 years or older who reside in Arkansas. Contest ends 12/31/26. Void where prohibited.
Out of Bounds on 103.7 The Buzz. Live from the TruService Credit Union studios. TruService Credit Union, your headquarters for auto loans. With TruService, no payments for 60 days and rates starting as low as 3.99 APR on new, used, or refinance your current auto loan. TruService.net for pre-approval. Your auto loan experts.
Oh my! Oh yeah! Come on! So living it up. To everybody that be living it up, we say. So living it up. Come on, baby, it's a typical everyday one night thing. It's a physical. I'ma love you tonight, dang. Love calling your name, go jump on in the range and roll over. I just really wanted to hold you.
Welcome back. It is Out of Bounds. Westmore, Joe Franklin with you, and Joe Klein in the studio. What's going on, Joe? How are you?
Couldn't find my microphone.
Those are important.
Yeah. I was getting ready to start talking to you, and I was like, where's that thing?
I need a mic.
Yeah.
Did you watch some of the U.S. Open?
I did. I really enjoy that event. I mean, that's one of my favorite days, favorite weekends. is watching that, because there's always carnage. You just see the carnage, and then you see him hitting some shots out of that rough, and I tell you, I think Dana was asking me, like, what could you, asking me.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, from where they play,
Mm-hmm.
I said, here's the thing, and this is what I believe. I said, if I was striped, hitting it great.
Your A game.
I'm playing as good as I could ever play. I would need 3 shots to get to every par 4 in regulation, 4 shots probably to get to every par 5, probably 2 shots to get to every par 3. So right there,
yeah,
that's 18 shots. If I'm striping it now, if I 3-putt, if I 2-putt everything, I shoot an 88. Okay, let's say I'm really rolling it great, and I only have on those greens only have 6 3-putts.
Uh-huh.
I'm striping the ball, playing as good as I can, and we're starting at 94. That's how I explained it to her. I was like, that's the difference between what they're playing and what I play. It's not. I might as well be playing pickleball or something. It's not even the same. It's not even the same sport.
Their length is crazy.
It's nuts what they can do. It's just, it's absolutely nuts. It's like, it's just what they can do with the golf. And I like it also when they are talking and they're like going, well, is it a 162 or is it 166?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, I got my this iron, and if I hit it good, it's a 175, but it may go 160.
And they can work it either way.
Oh yeah.
It's my game.
High. You want to hit it high? You want to hit it low? You want to hit it left to right, right to left? I like the one where they're like, I'm going to hold it against the wind.
Yeah.
That's the one I like. I'm like, good grief, man.
The Sam Burns 9-iron, 200 yards yesterday. What was it, on 17?
Yeah.
He did it again on 18 from the rough. I get it from the rough because it's, you're going to have any spin, so it's going to hop forward.
Yeah.
But to take a 9-iron, and some of the other guys were hitting 8s on that par 3, 17. And he takes a 9-iron right at it. That's incredible. I can't hit a 9-iron 150.
How about McIlroy's first tee ball yesterday when he almost
drove the green? Almost, yeah. Yeah, there were a couple of drives over 400 yards. Of course, you had the roll out there. Huge,
But
huge
still,
fairways, but still.
Yeah, it's just and the one it was one of them younger kids I was watching early in the morning. He was on, I think, number 10 that goes up and then down.
Uh-huh.
And he hit an iron, and he hit it 320. Hit his 4-iron, but he hit it low, and he had the wind, and he hit on the down slope. And I think, he hit it about 320. Wow.
We need to be on the lookout for our winner of the contest that won tickets to Simmons Bank Championship this year. Brad is the winner. He picked number 43. Wyndham Clark was 43. So he's our big winner. Brad, contact us so we can reward you and get your prize to you.
Yeah, speaking of the Simmons Bank Championship, Michael Cataldo, the tournament director, had just played Shinnecock like a month ago. And he was telling me, he was like, man, and he's a nice golfer. He's a good golfer. He's like, it ain't my lunch. Oh. And he said, we weren't even playing where they play from. I don't even know where their tee boxes are.
They're way back
there. So I can't wait to hear some of his stories now that I've seen the whole, these holes 4 times over and over and over.
And you just, I've played a few courses where they have those greens with all the false fronts. And I mean, it's just, again, it's amazing that, you'll look at that green and they'll go, it's a 5,000 square foot green. And like, no, it's not. It's 500.
Yeah. There's a very small area where you can hit that ball and keep it on.
You better hit it right there.
Yep.
So it was. I love watching it. It's fun. The carnage and the shot. And the pressure. You can every 4-footer. In other tournaments you're kind of like, oh, he's gonna make that, and this one is like, no, but probably maybe not.
A little 4-footer probably cost Sam Burns a chance to tie when he 3-putted, and it was looked like a simple comeback, little putt that he makes 97% of the time, and he missed it. 3 putts.
And then, Scotty on that made that little run the third day, and then he missed like 3 little ones, missed 2 for birdie and 1 for par, I think, that were very makeable, or he could have ended up being 4. He could have been 4 under instead of 1 under going into the last round.
It's crazy over 72 holes when you look back and it ends up being a one-shot victory. There's so many what ifs like Burns. Saturday, I had some money on Sam Burns. So on Saturday, he was one of the featured groups, and so I just watched that channel and every one of his shots. And Joe, he played incredible. I mean, off the tee box, on the green. I mean, he was so consistent, fairway, greens, putts. But he had 3 putt and he's a really good putter.
Yeah.
Like, he was up there, one of the best this weekend, putts gained on the field. But he had, I'm sure he's thinking back on like 3 putts over the weekend that cost him a chance.
You lose by 1 stroke.
1 shot.
And, if you shot even par, he had 268 shots in the tournament. And, and you lose by 1, and you're looking back, every day you probably could go, this little thing that I do 9 times out of 10, this thing I do 9 times out of 10, this thing I do 9. But, golf is cruel, man.
Oh,
it's just cruel.
Eat him up, I'm sure. But then you look over at Wyndham Clark.
Yeah, he just
and
rolling.
That dude.
Well, he hit the jackpot that first day, man. When he played in the evening. Now
the wind died down.
He was killing it. He was striping it. Don't get me wrong. You don't make that. You don't score that on that course without hitting the ball good. But not having the wind was big.
Then got up early the next morning, finished that round, and then started his next round. And
he got the draw, but he took advantage of it.
Yeah. But then the putts he made yesterday for par on 4, on 6.
Yeah, there were about 5 times where I was like, "Here it comes!
Yeah,
here comes the wreck, man!" And he'd be a lot of people buying that putter.
That's what always happens. It's a result of it.
And everybody's going to be buying that ping putter and going to Home Depot to get some lead.
I tell you what, I'm a bigger Wyndham Clark fan after what he did yesterday. Able to beat the course, the players, the crowd, have people, cheering you to make a mistake. Or when you did make a mistake, how he was able to overcome that and not let that. Yeah, he did.
He owned it. He screwed up, and he owned it. And good for him. That bodes well. That's he. Lost his mind last year, but he owned it, and so and he got it. You're playing with Scotty, number 1, and Scotty's trying to get the Grand Slam, and so right there, even if he was, if Sam Burns would have been playing with Scotty, Sam would have got the same. Probably anybody who played with Scotty yesterday was going to get some treatment, but he has a little baggage, so he got a little bit more.
It was pretty cool to see on 10 yesterday when they both made birdie. Scheffler birdied first, and the place erupted. It was so loud. And then Wyndham Clark follows him up with another birdie. It was crickets. It was like 3 people clapping. And I'm sitting there.
His dad, his girlfriend, and one other person.
I don't think his group followed him, Joe. Because that's why. Because when you look at the green afterwards, there's like 15 of them.
Yeah.
15 people can make noise on a golf tournament to help. I don't think they were following him.
Yeah,
because they said his dad surprised. He didn't know his dad was there until 18.
Yeah.
So apparently he wasn't walking around following the group. And I think at a U.S. Open with the crowd so big, it's hard to walk and follow your guy. Yeah. So I wonder if they weren't like in a hospitality tent watching.
Probably so, because you could see it there. You're not going to see anything on the course.
But I've been like, I want like 5 of my boys out there with me.
Yeah.
I want y'all as loud as you can be cheering for me when everybody else is against me. I need somebody there, my backup.
Yep.
And I was like, where are those guys for him?
Yeah.
You may not have them.
Yeah. Maybe that's part of the issue.
That's it. You're right.
No, at the end there was like 15 people there. big group.
They might all be on salary though.
Oh yeah,
we got to cheer hard.
You're gonna cheer hard then.
That's fine. I'm paying you. Get your butt out there.
I'm paying you. You go cheer and be happy for me.
But it was like 3 people clapped. Yeah, I was like, oh my gosh, that was
just the Scotty Scheffler factor, though. Yeah. People wanted to see Scotty do good and have a chance to win in the end and make it really interesting too.
I could get it like if it was a foreigner, because it's the U.S. Open, right? It's our U.S. Open. We want a kid from the United States winning. But it was all Americans at the top really yesterday until Tom Kim made that little run. But it was just.
Had a Ryder Cup feel.
Yes, he said that afterwards, that he channeled some of his past experiences, and he said last week at the Canadian Open, he wore a hockey jersey to try to to play the villain, with the Canadian fans to get them riled up, and he's like, yeah, it worked, and they were, but he's like, in a way, last week prepared me for today.
Yeah.
No, he owns it. And that's why he did it to begin with.
Yeah,
he wanted to get him going.
Yeah, he did. All right, got to talk a little bit about the NBA with Joe since he's in here. We'll take a break, talk about the Knicks.
The draft starting tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Tomorrow, NBA draft, first round.
They say the deals.
Giannis
is going to be done.
Yeah.
Before the draft.
Wow.
So
I didn't realize it was tomorrow. I was thinking, in my mind, Thursday.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Something else to talk about. Stick around. It's Out of Bounds.
Get in the conversation with Life and Feedback at 1037thebuzz.com. Presented on Out of Bounds by Arkansas Best Chevy Dealers. Chevy Colorado eats up the road with 5 available gears, and Silverado has the muscle to tow. Life and Feedback from Arkansas Best Chevy Dealers. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
The Honda Ride Red and Save Green sales event is happening at Honda Russellville. Get more done with a Pioneer 700 or 1000 side-by-side. Swing a leg over a dependable 4Trax Rancher ATV. Take your crew in a 4-seat Pioneer 704 or 5-seat Pioneer 1005. Bonus bucks on select models plus low-rate financing for qualified buyers. Visit HondaRussellville.com.
For your safety, read the owner's manual and wear a helmet and eye protection. Always wear your seatbelt and close the side vents and doors when operating a side-by-side. Honda side-by-sides and ATVs are for riders 16 and older.
Progressive presents Heroes That Keep Truckers Going. Today's hero, the Rest Up Bathroom Custodian. Is there toilet paper? No. Paper towels? No. Clean stalls? Also no. But the soap dispenser is full, and that counts for something. Thanks, hero. Know what else keeps truckers going? Progressive's expanded cargo protection through their enhanced Cargo Plus coverage. Get a quote at progressivecommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Coverage subject to policy terms, limits, and conditions. Not available in California.
Here's the tale of the daily med fill. Same old pharmacy, same old bill. But those prices kept rising higher still.
Till the savings wrangler rode in. Cool as can be. Tap Good RX. Saving massively.
No plan? Don't matter none. Up to 80% off. The deals are done.
Discounts hitting harder than Ma's chili. Dang. That one little app does all the rest.
Save time and money on prescriptions.
Check Good RX. Good RX is not insurance.
Do you feel that, Arkansas? The Lotto jackpot is now more than $1 million. Why should you care? Because this $1 million+ prize can only be won in Arkansas. There are 2 Lotto drawings every week, and the jackpot keeps growing until there's a winner. Join the fun and play Lotto today. A $2 ticket could change your life. Get yours in stores today. Call 1-800-522-4700 for Problem Gambling Helpline.
Sound familiar? At Mattress Firm, we understand there are many problems that can keep you up at night, like snoring, aches and pains, or sleeping hot. Our sleep experts have the unrivaled know-how to match you with a mattress that can help. And now at Mattress Firm, save up to $700, plus get a free adjustable base with select Sealy Posturepedic mattresses. For the great sleep you deserve, visit Mattress Firm. We make sleep easy. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
Ah, this feeling is brought to you by Aleve for back pain relief. What feeling is that, you ask? Well, it's the feeling you feel when you have relief from back pain. That move how you want to, not how you have to feeling. That keep going through your day without slowing you down feeling. The kind that brings you back to yourself all day long without interruption. Oh, yeah. Because Aleve offers long-lasting pain relief. Feel up to 12 hours of back pain relief with one dose. feel Aleve. Use as directed for minor aches and pains.
You might have noticed Parker Cadillac is under construction. That's because we're building an all-new state-of-the-art facility. In the meantime, we've moved to our temporary location at 12 Shackelford West Boulevard, right up the street from Parker Lexus. The good news for you is space is limited, and we've got to move some inventory. Take advantage of up to $15,000 off brand new Cadillacs and shop the nicest selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs you're going to find anywhere. It's a temporary location, but you're still going to get the same first-class service Parker Cadillac is known for. Shop us online at parkerspecials.com or give us a call, 501-224-2400.
Arkansas's Best Chevy Dealers presents Kevin Bohannon each week on Drive Time Sports with Randy Rainwater and Rick Schaefer on 103.7 The Buzz. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
Out of bounds on 103.7 The Buzz. Live from the TruService Credit Union studios. TruService Credit Union. Membership has its rewards with low-rate auto loans, competitive mortgages, and one of the lowest interest rate credit cards in the nation. TruService Credit Union. Online at TruService.net.
Welcome back to Out of Bounds. Got Joe Klein hanging out in the studio. I just found out the NBA draft is tomorrow night. It's changed my whole week. I'm excited now. I've seen some of these, draft, projections and mock and all these talks and interviews, and I knew it was this week. I just didn't realize it was tomorrow. That's cool. So where's Darius going?
Well, still haven't projected to go 6 to Brooklyn Nets, but that could change.
I just, that's part of it. I mean, you're a high pick, so you're going to go to more than likely a lesser team. But, there's just places you go. There's places you guys go, and it seems like to die, there in Sacramento, Washington, just not good organizations. Historically, and hopefully they've hired new people, new coaches, and new front office people. But again, you just, you worry that, you want to play with good players, like, the Harper kid this year. You got to go play in San Antonio, and he's a great player, but you put him on the Nets this year, and it's it's like nobody's talking about him. Nobody even knows who he is. And so, you just, but that's part of it. If you want to be a high pick, which all these kids do, I mean, high picks go to bad teams. And so hopefully it's the start of something good for him, hopefully.
Joe, what makes it even harder, now you're in the same city as the team that just won the NBA championship. So it was already going to be rough. That makes it even rougher that you're having to compete right there in the same city, same division. Now, you've been in that position before to go to a franchise being a high pick.
Oh, yeah.
What was that experience like?
I went to Sacramento. Right the first year they moved to Sacramento, they were the Kansas City Kings. And then the year I got drafted, they had moved out to Sacramento. So it was fairly cool because it was like playing in college. I mean, it was the only game in town, and they were just nuts about anything that we did. And we had a good veteran team. And we ended up making the playoffs. We had, I think, the second or third best record in our conference after January. We started off really bad, and then we got it together, got it fairly close to 500. I think we ended up the year a little below 500, but we lost to the Rockets the year that they went on in '86, and then the Rockets ended up beating the Lakers in the finals. They had Sampson and Olajuwon and all them, but then the Celtics beat them in the finals. But and then the next summer they traded everybody on our team.
Go figure, huh?
Yeah, they were. We made some deals to try to, get better, and it was just
bad deal after bad deal
after bad deal. Then we fired our coach, and then we, I mean, it's just firing coaches and dealing players. I think I had 4 coaches in 3.5 years, and couldn't count how many teammates I had. It was like a drive-through. They were coming through.
What was the draft like for you?
It was the first year of the lottery. The year Patrick Ewing got picked, so it was the first year they.
Was that the frozen envelope year?
Yeah, that's what they say. Yeah. That's what they say, and but yeah, he it was in Madison Square Garden. They have a theater there that they used to have it in all the time. I think they may still have it in that a little theater. But yeah, I mean, I flew up there, and then flew up to New York. Got drafted. They said your tickets at the airport. Left, got in a cab, and flew all night to Sacramento. For the press conference the next day. So
the night of the draft.
Yeah,
you didn't even stay in New York that night.
No, I flew out right after the draft. Yeah. Wow. And then I got delayed in Chicago, and I ended up landing in Sacramento at about 3:30 in the morning. Yeah, it was started off like a bang, boy.
And what time was that press conference? Was it early morning press conference?
No, I think it was around midday. It was a midday kind of thing, but I met with the coach. I was out there for about 2 days, and then I flew back to Arkansas. So, yeah, it was wild.
Did you have family with you?
I did not. I had a buddy of mine from a high school that was in Washington. I flew up to – my agent was in Washington, and he wanted me to fly up there and meet with him and then fly to New York. And so my buddy flew from Washington to New York with me, and we hung out in New York that night for a little bit. Didn't really do much, didn't know what to do.
Oh, they didn't put him on that flight to Sac, huh?
No, he didn't. No, I don't think he wanted to do that either. But no, it was, yeah. Had my brown suit. The only suit I had my brown suit on.
Nice.
only had one. It wasn't like what. It's not like now. What are you going to wear? What do you mean what I'm going to wear? I got a brown suit. That's all I got.
You didn't buy anything special for the draft.
No.
You have a printed photo anywhere of that?
I think I do somewhere. I got real long hair and wearing a brown suit, man. It's rocking, man. I was rocking it.
You said 6 for Acuff.
Mm-hmm.
Who's the guard ahead of him that's being projected first?
Darren Peterson. He would be.
They say Peterson and DeBonce are 1 and 2 teams are. Washington's going to take one of those 2 guys.
Yeah. Yeah, and it kind of almost is leaning more towards Peterson at this point just because they're thinking about the incredible talent, the potential that's there. But you could easily see whichever one goes 1, the other is going 2.
Yeah.
And unless with Utah they just wanted Boozer because of history there and his dad being in the franchise at one time.
Utah is pick number 2?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Well, who's at 5?
5 Clippers and Keaton Wagler, which he is a guard. So talking about 2 guards that would be ahead of Acuff. And Wagler is a combo guard.
Yeah, he's a big guard.
He is.
Yeah.
Maybe I think he's the tallest guard out of all of the guys that are projected to go there early. I saw where I think it was Goodman had he asked 10 GMs how they would, rate these guards. And Wagler was actually one of the lowest rated by the GMs is where they would draft. They had another one. I can't remember which one it was. Maybe in the Louisville, Mikael Brown. Is it Mikael Brown?
Yeah. Yeah, and the Fleming. There's a kid
Kingston Fleming.
Fleming, yeah. He's kind of a smaller guard like Acuff, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he's they have him listed at 6'4", so a little bit bigger.
Okay.
But according to NBADraft.net and these projections for a mock draft, you have from picks 5 through 9 that are all projected to be point guards. And that's just how deep this draft is at that position.
Well, if you want to make a little money and think that the draft could change, right now on Bet Saracen, A.J. DeBanza is the overall is the favorite to be the number 1 pick at -550. Darren Peterson's plus 475. And then for pick number 2, if you think it is Peterson, and then they come with A.J. DeBanza at pick 2, he's plus 450.
Okay.
So if it is, know, for the longest it's been DeBanza Peterson. Now there's some rumblings of Peterson DeBanza. But right now that's the way Bet Saracen have it. But they have an over/under on Darius Acuff, 6.5.
Okay. And you better get on it now because as we get closer to the draft, the hours leading up to it, more information may start coming out. So if you want to get those really good odds on Bet Saracen, get on it now.
I think there's going to be some activity. I think some teams, because it's a deep draft, and they're talking about a kid like Nate Ament, who I think is going to be a really good player. Young, long, can shoot it. He's just now getting, figuring out his body and strength-wise and everything, and an outstanding young man. They're talking about him going 9 or 10, him being available that far down. And so there's some value in the back end. You might see some wheeling and dealing.
And they have him projected to Bucks. So we know what's going to happen with Giannis, and if they are able to get a talent like that, that starts the rebuilding process.
5th overall pick, Wagler, 190, plus 190. Mikael Brown, plus 200. Darius Acuff, plus 375. All those odds are available right now on Bet Saracen. All right, we got to take a break. Coming up in the second hour, we got more with Joe Klein after the Razor Hog update. It'll be a quick Razor Hog update. And we'll take some calls. If you want to join us, 661-1037. That is the same number to the Middleton Heat and Air text line, 661-1037. Stick around. Hour number 2 is coming up next.
The Zone Hotline on 103.7 The Buzz is presented by Jim's Razorback Pizza with 2 locations, Highway 10 past Taylor Loop and just off the Morgan Maumelle exit.
Chevy trucks have you covered when the road takes you from smooth sailing to Chevy Colorado will eat up some of the toughest terrains with 5 available drive modes. And Silverado and Silverado HD have the muscle to take you out for some serious. With multiple engine options and impressive towing, while Silverado EV is the perfect combo of performance and capability. Nice. Making it a snap to hitch up this electric truck and hit the road. Wherever the road leads, Chevy trucks are right there with you. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
Have questions about retirement, investments, or your money? Call our financial hotline. Dial 501-381-5228 and leave a voicemail with your specific financial question, and our experts will answer it on the Get Ready for the Future show Saturday mornings at 10 a.m. Get your financial questions answered by the pros. 501-381-5228. Call now. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC. Investment advice offered through Independent Advisor Alliance. Independent Advisor Alliance and Genwell Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
Radio for Arkansas Sports Geeks by Arkansas Sports Geeks. All day, every day. 103.7 The Buzz. KABZ Little Rock. Buzz News with KARK's Gary Burton Jr.
Competition begins today in the Twin Cities, and Special Olympics Team Arkansas athletes are ready to bring home the gold. Nearly 70 athletes are taking part in the 2026 Special Olympics USA Games. The delegation, called Arkansas Diamonds, took part in Saturday's grand ceremonies. The Diamonds are competing in 11 sports this week, but early exhibition wins are providing some motivation to win the gold. Almost 3,000 athletes from around the country are competing. We wish them the best of luck. And in other news, nearly 700 people from churches in Conway gathered to put the framework of 6 houses together. The houses are for families in need. Each home is 1,200 square feet with 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. This is the 3rd year for New Life Church in Conway doing this, and leaders say they plan to have the homes finished and ready for those who need them by the end of the year. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm KARK's Gary Burton Jr.
Tune into The Zone each week when Susan Urban Proud shares her keys to the weekend music events calendar. Brought to you by Willie D's and Big Red Dog Productions. Big Red Dog Productions is your gateway to music excellence in Central Arkansas and beyond. Visit entertainersguide.com to see the weekly calendar and submit your shows.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center with KARK's Juliana Cullen.
Lingering showers in the forecast for the rest of the day after a very stormy morning. We'll be warming up into the mid-80s this afternoon, eventually dropping down the 60s and 70s tonight for your low. A couple scattered showers and storms will be possible throughout your Tuesday, but overall it will be a bit drier Tuesday than what we saw today. This is meteorologist Juliana Cullen with the Arkansas Storm Team for the Buzz Radio Network.
New Benihana promotion. Monday and Tuesday, lunch and dinner, 10% off of everything on the menu. Come to Benihana's.
Get in the conversation with live fan feedback at 1037thebuzz.com. Presented on The Zone by Rainbow Restoration. When the unthinkable happens to your home or business, damage from water, smoke, fire, or mold, let Rainbow Restoration make you whole again. RainbowRestores.com. They restore, you recover.
Attention. If you suffer from consistent pain in your joints caused by arthritis, overuse, or injury, you may be a candidate for a revolutionary therapy that could revitalize damaged tissue. This approach can provide long-lasting relief from pain in your knees, shoulders, hips, and other joints with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. To find out if you're a viable candidate, you may request a free consultation from QC Kinetics by calling 501-600-2763. Instead of masking the symptoms, it goes to the root of the problem to resolve it at its source. Already used by thousands of satisfied patients nationwide, this joint pain therapy is available right now to the public, but only for qualified candidates. Again, to find out if you're a viable candidate for this therapy, you may request a free consultation by calling QC Kinetics at 501-600-2763. That's 501-600-2763.
Camping season is here, and Razorback Camper Sales in Hot Springs is liquidating all 2026 year model travel trailers and fifth wheels. If you've been thinking about a new trailer, now is the time to buy. One of the many great deals is a 20-foot Salem with bunk beds, power awning, plywood floor, and much more for only $14,990 or $150 a month. Hurry while the selection is good. All these great deals can be seen at RazorbackCamperSales.com.
Take it from Arkansas greats, Joe Klein and Pat Bradley.
The big national sports apps are now in Arkansas, taking over Oaklawn and Bentley, which are no longer local.
Making Bet Saracen the only real local app.
Still Arkansans' fan fave.
Plus, Bet Saracen is still the official sports betting app of many of the state's colleges and universities.
Bet Saracen, built by Arkansans for Arkansans.
Bet with Arkansans. Bet with Bet Saracen.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-MY-RESET.
Live from the TruService Credit Union Studios. This is Out of Bounds with Wes Moore and Joe Franklin on 103.7 The Buzz.
But now I'm counting this. Parmesan with my accountant lips. In fact, I'm down in this. You say with my boo babe tastes like Kool-Aid for the analyst. Girl, I can buy your Westie world with my base stuff. I know that it's good. Won't you sit it on my taste buds? I get way too busy once you let me do the extras. Pull up on your block and break it down. We playing Tetris. AM to the PM, PM to the AM phone. Eat up your per diem, you just gotta hate them phone. If I quit your BM, I still rock Mercedes phone. If I quit this season, I still be the greatest funk. My left stroke just went viral. Right stroke put a baby in a spiral. Soprano C, we like to keep it on the high note. It's levels to it, you and I know. Tell them be humble.
All right, it's time for your Razor Hog update. Arkansas got a couple of commitments over the weekend. That's 4. They had a couple, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I think it was 4 straight days of commitments. The latest 2 are Jameer Cantrell and Judah Gums. Judah's a big offensive lineman. They have now signed 6 or got commitments for 6 offensive linemen.
He sounds like an offensive lineman. Judah Gums.
Gumbs. So, yeah, 6 offensive linemen for Arkansas. And I just saw on social media, on Twitter, congratulations to a couple of Arkansas track and field athletes. Here it is. Coach of the Year is Doug Case by the United States Federation of Coaches. He's the national men's coach in the USTFCCCA. And then the National Women's Track Athlete of the Year, according to the USTFCCCA, is Razorback Sanu Jallo Lockhart. So a couple of big honors for the Razorbacks. Of course, the men winning the national championship and the women finishing 4th in the national championships. Just saw the news. We got Joe Klein hanging out with us in the studio. Speaking of the NBA, Trae Young is going to stay in Washington. Just got a contract or new contract.
Oh, yeah, because he declined that player option and he wanted to get paid.
Yeah.
They wanted to keep him, so it's a good deal on both sides.
And other big news,
Grass.
So
they import grass in.
Brought it in. Yeah, okay. Cool.
It's a pretty cool operation they have there at AT&T Stadium. I've been there for, Razorback games.
Yeah.
And like we're doing our post-game shows. I mean, the game's like an hour old, maybe an hour and a half. And they start wheeling out the turf and putting in the Cowboys turf. It's 2 separate fields for the Razorbacks and then the Cowboys.
Uh-oh.
They would take it out, and these huge bays would open up, and they start taking it out.
Wow.
Pretty quick little operation, and we would be there for about an hour working on our stuff, and they'd have a lot of it already done before we left. Yeah, new field for the next day when the Cowboys were playing on Sunday.
That place where they're broadcasting post-game from, you'll see it in just a second. Everybody's been in that part of the stadium. It's a really cool setup.
Yeah. I can't wait to see the attendance figures for this. So the Americans play again on Thursday against Turkey?
Yes. Yep. And you could see a bit of a different lineup since they've already advanced on and they're going to knockout round. And this is a game where you should win handily no matter who you put on the field. So you'll see some tweaks to that lineup.
I just realized the guy that scored the goal for the Americans is Antonio Freeman's son.
Oh, yeah.
We were talking about, if the America's best athletes were all playing soccer, they would dominate. Maybe we're starting to see some really great athletes going soccer instead of football or basketball.
Yeah, so there are plenty of athletes out there that are playing soccer, and they play in these academies growing up, but the issue with that is we don't see them stateside because once they get through these academies, if they're tops in the world, they're going to play in European leagues.
Money's in Europe.
Exactly.
I'd love to hear more on the Freeman story, how he got into soccer and not football. Followed his dad's mom. It's kind of similar with J.J. Andrews.
Yeah.
They didn't want him playing football.
Yeah.
And he fell in love with basketball. I mean, think of that dude if he was playing football right now. He'd be a very coveted 6'6" wide receiver.
So Jamal Anderson, he was a former football and basketball player, went the route of football.
Right?
Yeah. As an NFL player, his son is a really good soccer player.
Really?
Yes.
Are they back here or Atlanta?
No, Atlanta.
Atlanta.
And he's in one of the junior academies there.
Well, that's a cool story.
Yeah.
Hey, try to get Jamal on the show. Talk a little bit about soccer.
We can get him on.
Yeah. I think that would be a cool interview for later this week. I bet he's a soccer fan now.
Oh, he definitely is because his son has been playing since he was maybe 3 or 4 years old and always been one of the best players.
Joe, earlier, maybe you can help me with this. The Mavericks announced Dusty May as their new head coach. How should I feel about this?
Yeah, man, they've had a vacancy for a while, haven't they? How long has it been since?
It's been about a month and a
Jason
half, maybe.
Yeah. I mean, it seemed like longer than that, but they seem to be kind of taking their time, and then this comes out of nowhere. I wouldn't. I mean, I think I would feel okay about it because number one, he's won everywhere he's been. So he's adapted to winning at Florida Atlantic, took them to the Final Four, then what he did at Michigan. So he's been successful, throughout. So I think that bodes well. It'll be interesting to see what they do with Kyrie Irving. I don't know that he wanted to build and work with a new coach and do that. I think he's kind of at the point in his career where he'd like to go to a contender. So it'll be interesting to see if he sticks around on the team or if they're able to trade him. But yeah, I mean, you got a young nucleus. Want to pair him with a young coach. I think anymore the college game and the pro game are very similar. They're very analytically driven, and I think so. I don't think the adjustment from that is the game. Is going to be different. And I think you're seeing with a lot of these college coaches, man, is that they don't want to deal with it anymore. They don't want to deal with the fact that, they got to build a roster every year. Every year you're having to build a whole new team every year. And so I think they look at the NBA and, it's still difficult, still hard, but you are dealing with basketball and you're not dealing with 10 free agents every year. So there's a lot more control over your roster and your players. And there's other difficulties, obviously, but I just think it's more attractive to coaches now than staying in college.
May 19th is when Jason Kidd was fired, so
been
about a month.
Yeah, it's been
a little
while.
over a month.
Yeah. And it kind of came out of nowhere, so I don't know. You didn't hear any smoke on that at all. So
Masai Ujiri, when they hired him to come in, and he wanted to pick the next coach for the team moving forward.
Yeah. And they pretty much cleaned house, and so, I'm sure he's very good at what he does. So I'm sure he did his research and, liked what he saw. And, again, I think all these college coaches, I mean, if you can go somewhere and get a big check and then not have to deal with the headaches of college athletics, I think it's a no-brainer.
You think that runs Calipari out a little earlier than?
I don't think it helps. I don't think it helps any of them. I think you get tired of it. I mean, there's no way you can't get tired of it. There's just, now if there was a dude that didn't get tired of it, it'd be him, because it seems like he's always working.
He's been doing this.
Yeah.
With the one and dones,
he's had one and dones forever.
Yeah.
So I mean, this is kind of, his best players were usually gone every year. So he's been having to replace his best players, for a long time. But now you get to where you're having to replace everybody. Everybody's sleeping, and I think that'll wear on you. But I don't think he'll run him out. I mean, I think when he'll leave when he's not loving it anymore. But again, I mean, part of not loving it is having to bring in 10 guys every year. That's not going to make you love it, because that's a lot,
Dusty May, in the interview just 5 days ago, discussed how it was wearing him out.
Yeah.
Just the rebuilding an entire roster year after year.
Right. And it'd just be hard to coach, because, sometimes you got to coach really hard, to get them to see and to buy in and all that stuff. And now, you coach too hard, they're gone. Or even if you have a great relationship or a feel for them, somebody may come in and, it's like the Iowa State kid up there, the Misolosevich.
Yeah.
The great shooter. I mean, loved it up there, but Kentucky comes in and goes, here's $6 million.
What are you going to do?
Yeah, because he's not going to be a great pro. I mean, he might play a little bit in the pros, but he's not going to, in my opinion, he's a tremendous, as good a shooter as you'll see, and he's 6'9", but after that, there's not a lot there. I mean, what he does better than anybody in the country. But so, I mean, you're sitting there as a coach and it's like, yeah, man, he's coming back. And Kentucky comes in and goes, hey, and then you have all these agents working, So, I mean, it's not like the kid's out there on the phone shopping it around, but he has an agent and his agents try to get him the best deal he can get. So, like, again, it's unfortunate. And hopefully at some point they'll find a way to get some rules. That would be nice.
Arkansas announced last week they're going to the Bahamas for a 4-game series. I think this is great for this team. The chance just to get 10 practices to bond and to get on the court and get to play these 4 games before the season actually starts.
Oh, there's no doubt, because last year you had 4 guys coming back last year that were core guys that played: DJ, Knox, Billy, and TB. And those were that's huge. But this year you have, again,
Billy.
Billy, pretty much. Yeah.
Now Isaiah's out.
Yeah,
so.
Isaiah's hurt. So you got Billy and 9 dudes. And so hopefully those European guys can get on campus and join them. And, yeah, you can get down there and get a feel for what you got and get a little bit ahead of the curve. You'll probably get more out of practices than you will the games. But, no, that's always huge when you can do that.
Have you looked at the Russian, the latest edition, 6'11" Frolov?
I have not. I haven't seen anything on it. But I read a article from Paul Biancardi. Is that how you say his name? And I've read a lot of his stuff in the past, and he seems to always have a really good feel for, can a guy play or what to expect. And, I mean, he said this kid would have been a top 100 recruit in the country if he would have been in high school over here. So he's a good player. I mean, he can do some things, and again, being a freshman and being young, but you always seem to feel that European players are a little more mature because they start earlier. They don't play high school and all that. They go into club ball, and if they're good, they move them up. There's no, you have to be this, you have to be in high school. If he's really good at 15 years old and can play at the top level, he goes to the top level. And so that's the thing that encourages me about that.
I saw he was on the Russian under a 22 team.
Yeah.
As a 17-year-old, he was
Right.
the youngest player on the team, and turned 18 last Thursday when he committed to Arkansas. That was his birthday. Just turned 18. But
so I'm encouraged by that. I mean, he might be a little ahead of the curve, maybe more so than a typical high school player.
Yeah, and Paul said that he had gained like 15 pounds since the last time he'd seen him. Not that he's a big,
Right.
but he isn't thin, rail thin, and he's still got the potential once he gets here, and he knows that's what he has to do.
And Cal has never had 6'7", 250 guys or 6'9", 270 guys. He's always had leaner, athletic, long, big guys. And he's had great success with that. Probably one of his, if you want to say big guys from a bulky standpoint, was Karl Anthony Towns. Anthony Davis was long and slender, and Cauley Stein was long and slender. So, Towns was a little thicker, but again, not over the top.
No.
And so, that's what, Cal's had great success with guys like that. So, we get caught up in the flavor of the month a little bit. There was some success in the tournament last year because there were some good physical big guys at Michigan, at Arizona, at Illinois. They had some. UConn had some big dudes that were thick and could play. But, you kind of get caught up in the, oh, my God, that's what we need now. First of all, there's not a lot of them dudes out there. And they're expensive. And so, it's kind of get caught in this flavor of the month kind of thing. And, you just need, somebody that can stick in there. What killed us last year, in my opinion, was, rebounding, giving up offensive rebounds, second shot opportunities. If you can clean that up, that will help you greatly.
And speaking to your point about being caught up in it and what looks like it's working now, you want to replicate that. At that time, so some of those players that you named, Tyson Chandler, that was the mold that was put out there. Yeah. You have a player like a Tyson Chandler who you can just throw lobs to. He can rebound for you. He's a strong defender. That's the mold that a lot of those players were cut from.
That's the modern day 5-man. That's what they're looking for. You want a guy that can roll all the way and catch the lob, or can do the short roll and play from the high post. That's taken the place of a back to the basket post up guy. Because the game is played so much differently now. But yeah, and so again, I thought Pringle last year was going to be able to give us 8 and 6. I really thought that. When they got him, I was like, that is a good get. Because he's going to be a solid, dirty work, log some minutes. And it never, materialized. And I feel the same way. I watched the kid from Furman.
Bowser.
Yeah, I like him. I think he can be a lunch pail kind of big guy that can go in there and give you some solid rebounding and interior scoring. And so hopefully that will be a little better than, not banging on Pringle. But he just didn't have a good year.
Joe, here's a hypothetical question for you on the Middleton Heat and Air text line. How good do you think, if Coach Sutton would have stayed, would this following team have been with Lang, Mills, Irving, Freeman, and Hutchinson, if that team would have stayed together?
Well, they would have been better because you brought in Coach Richardson. Those kids were recruited. Those guys were recruited to play Coach Sutton style basketball. Passing game, run your offense, passing game, half-court defense, be solid at the half-court, don't turn the ball over. Very, very fundamental. Coach Richardson was an innovator. He was before his time. And he's coming in and he's like, we're turning this bad boy up. We're gonna press and trap and push it, and I just think there was a mix. The mix, didn't fit. And I think Coach Richardson saw that real quick, halfway through his first year, going into that second year, he tried to really revamp his roster a lot because he didn't have, those were Coach Sutton recruits.
Yeah.
And Coach Sutton recruits and Nolan Richardson recruits are totally different. And so they probably would have been a better team under Coach Sutton because they were recruited to play that way, and it was just a different style, and again, you were talking about a guy who was way before his time. He was ahead of the curve as to where the game was going, and he just, he had to have his type of guys.
You got any ribs left at Corky's, or you just sell them all out?
We sold out Father's Day, and we were so busy yesterday. I went up there just to check on him, and 4 hours later, I got home.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, though it is. I'm not complaining. We were very grateful, but man, we were putting it out there, man. They were killing it. It was good.
Ribs still on sale?
Yep, till the end of the month. You get 2 racks for $30 till June 30th because it's celebrating our 30th anniversary. So yeah, we've been throwing out a lot of ribs, and still we have unbelievable deals with catering, unbelievable deals with bulk order delivering for groups. You can pick it up, come to our drive-through. And then we just like today, I brought y'all hamburgers. We have specials every day for lunch, $10 specials with a drink. We have early bird specials for dinner from 4 to 7 for $11 that are, chicken fried chicken, pork chop, just some great deals. You have $2 drafts all day long, $4 margaritas from 4 to 7. So we have shrimp, catfish, wraps. I mean, we got chicken sandwiches. We just have a whole lot more than just your barbecue, and it's really good. It's really good value. So if you don't feel like barbecue, we still unbelievable salads, pork, chicken tender salads, grilled chicken salads, just all kinds of stuff on our menu. Very diverse menu. So come in and check us out. You'll like the food, but you'll love the price. I can promise.
Joe, thanks for coming in. It was good to see you.
You bet, man. Thank you, guys.
We'll take a break, take some calls when we come back, 661-1037, and I'll check the Middleton Heat and Air text line. This is Out of Bounds.
If you don't already have the Bet Saracen Sports Wager app, download it today from the app stores or go to BetSaracen.com. Bet Saracen is Arkansas's favorite sports betting app.
This is Sports Center.
We have one more game left in the college baseball season. It all comes down to a winner-take-all game today in the College World Series between the Oklahoma Sooners and North Carolina Tar Heels. The Sooners took Game 1 in Omaha on Saturday, 9-3 over the Tar Heels, led by catcher Deaton LaChance, who went 3 for 5 from the plate with 3 RBIs. But Carolina was able to stay alive yesterday with a 6-2 victory. After going down 2-0 in the first, the Heels scored 6 unanswered to give Oklahoma their first loss in over 3 weeks. The deciding game of the College World Series will be today at 6 on ESPN. And in college basketball, Michigan head coach Dusty May, who won the national championship with the Wolverines, is finalizing a deal to take the Dallas Mavericks head coaching job. The Mavericks fired former head coach Jason Kidd after finishing 26-56 last season. I'm Moose for the Buzz Radio Network.
Mike Rowe here with a random fact. More than half of the homes that have basements in North America will experience water damage. It's true. Whether it's basement moisture, flooding, or bowing walls, do yourself a favor, call Groundworks. I spent some time working with these guys. They're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to waterproof your basement and stabilize your walls. Busy Dog Basement Technologies is now Groundworks. Schedule a free inspection.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Down south, a handshake means something, and we let our actions do the talking. The Brad Hendricks Law Firm is rooted in Southern tradition and grit. Southern born and raised and Arkansas based, Brad Hendricks is named a Mid-South super lawyer year after year. So for car and big truck wrecks, medical malpractice, wrongful death, bankruptcy, and Social Security claims, his law firm produces results. The Brad Hendricks Law Firm. Southern roots, serious results.
We got the big deals, the big rock, the big rock.
I've been a little surprised by how far people will come just to visit us.
People will travel just to get the best deal.
We've got $15,000 off Ram HDs this month. Ram half-tons start at just $35,900, or you can get 0% financing.
And don't forget Wranglers. They have 0% financing and start at $35,000. Take the short, beautiful drive to Chris Crane Dodge Jeep Ram in Benton.
Or visit us online at chriscranecars.com.
Oaklawn is here for when you want the ultimate escape, all in one place. Check into the luxury hotel. Escape to Astral Spa, the only Forbes 4-star rated spa in Arkansas. Indulge at award-winning restaurants like the Bugler or the Oak Room and Bar, all before having the time of your life at the 24/7 smoke-free casino, where the energy goes all night. Here, excitement and luxury meet under one roof. Oaklawn Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Jane Dawson did something smart. She saved hundreds on auto insurance switching to Progressive. With the money she saved, she got herself a pricey bird feeder with an ultra-high-def camera. Should Jane have just bought a regular bird feeder? Yes. Is it hard for her to admire nature when the camera doubles as the bird's potty? Also, yes. But it's Jane Savings, and if she wants to spend her time watching the digestive habits of the white-breasted nuthatch, we say you go, girl. Switch and see if you could save with Progressive and treat yourself. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Staples presents Celebrations Made Easy.
I was throwing a party for the twins and had custom invites and a banner printed at Staples. And that's when I saw Party City is now at Staples.
Party City? No way!
So now Staples has all your printing needs and everything you need for a party.
Everything times 2.
And now at Staples, save 25% on all custom banners.
Party City is now at Staples.
That was easy.
Shop Staples in-store, online, or on the app. Some banners available same day when ordered by 12 p.m. Ins 8-1 exclusions apply.
Out of bounds on 103.7 The Buzz. Live from the TruService Credit Union studios. Online at TruService.net.
Arkansas is the natural state, and around here, conservation isn't just a priority, it's a way of life. That's why the Arkansas Best Chevy dealers are proud to partner with the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission to help drive habitat conservation. In honor of this partnership, your Arkansas Best Chevy dealers are celebrating in a big way. They are giving away a 2027 Chevy Silverado 1500. It is a natural choice for the great outdoors. It offers strength and capability that stands out from the herd, plus a powertrain limited warranty, 5 years or 60,000 miles, whichever comes first. For complete rules and to register to win a 2027 Chevy Silverado, current Arkansas Game and Fish license holders should visit ChevySweepstakes.com/Arkansas Truck Hunt. ChevySweepstakes.com/Arkansas Truck Hunt. Or you can see your Arkansas Best Chevy dealers for more details. No purchase necessary to enter to win. It's open to legal residents 18 years or older who live in Arkansas. Contest ends at the end of the year, void where prohibited.
I'll be there. So
It's now time to catch up on all the things you missed over the weekend. Score stats and observations. Here's Chris Kane with your weekend roundup, brought to you by Reliance Bank.
Oops. Fired the wrong one. It's a weekend recap brought to you by Fleet Management Services. What a weekend it was. U.S. Open, soccer, College World Series, Father's Day. Great weekend. Talk more about
and it continues on through the week with World Cup. Plenty of games out there every day, and U.S. plays again on Thursday, June 25th. So we're looking forward to it.
Did I hear that was like a 10 o'clock in the morning start?
It may be. Haven't seen what time that game is, but yeah, let's check it out. It is. No, it's a night game.
Oh, okay. I was like, kind of disappointed. It's like,
yeah, and it makes sense because they're playing in San Fran, so it's going to be a later start.
Okay. Nice.
Or I'm sorry, they're training currently around the San Francisco area, but they're going to be back in L.A. as we talked to Todd about on Friday.
That's right.
But they were in Seattle, and they're just kind of moving down the coast.
Their first play, or whatever you call it, once they move out of metal.
Knockout.
Is that Philadelphia? Did I hear that?
Let's see. It's hard to keep up because there's so many cities that are involved in this World Cup, not only in states, but Mexico, Canada, and you're going to see it kind of size down a bit as they continue to move forward as far as which stadiums and which cities they're going to be in.
I saw a video this morning. I think it was in Norway playing in New York tonight or today. They had taken over Times Square, and they do that little, that chant, and they're rowing the boat or whatever. There was just thousands and thousands of their fans in Times Square doing their thing. I was like, wow, what a spectacle, what an event.
Oh, soccer fans, they're most passionate in the world. It's the world's most popular sport.
And I think it's Germany and Scotland maybe are set to play in
Miami.
Boston.
Are they going back to Boston?
I think so, because I saw a tweet. There may not be enough beer in the whole state of Massachusetts for those two countries. They better prepare, get ready for that invasion. But no, I think it's been cool seeing all these fans coming over and checking out the NFL stadiums and just packing the place.
Well, it's been a while since it's been here in the States, but yeah, you see it every time World Cup happens, wherever it's happening in the world, plenty of fans travel.
All right, let's go to the Middleton Heat and Air text line. See, somebody sent me a picture. Oh, this is the reasons for the fan backlash for Wyndham Clark. And some of the things we talked about, destroying his locker at Oakmont last year after the U.S. Open. At the PGA Championship that year, he threw his driver when he got mad, and it hit a promotional sign and nearly hit a flag attendant. Not good. And then tense fan interactions. He alienated other fans by wearing the rival hockey sweater at the RBC Canadian Open last week.
Yeah, that's nothing.
That was kind of for fun to get them all riled up. But the Joaquin Neiman, the guy you talked about on Thursday that had the two-shot penalty for throwing his club, ended up making a 9 or 11 on that. He made a 9, but then with the two-shot penalty for tossing his club, he made an 11. It's a par 4.
Yeah.
That's 7 shots. Neiman battled back, made the cut, had a good Saturday, had a good Sunday, and finished, I think, at 1 over. One hole cost him a chance to win the U.S. Open. If he makes par on that hole, doesn't blow up, make an 11, 7 shots, he finishes at 6 under.
Wow.
One hole. I'm sure there are a lot of golfers that had a bad hole that, can go back and go, God, that one bad swing. A lot of times it's just one swing. God-awful swing, puts you in a bad position. You can't recover. Next thing you know, you make a big number, and it's too much to come back from.
For a tournament of that magnitude also, he'll be thinking about that for a long time.
Hope he learns from it. And next time, does a better job of handling his emotions. Please tell the frozen envelope story. I haven't heard that one. That's Grant from Stuttgart. So the conspiracy is, back when the Knicks won the lottery and Patrick Ewing, it was the number 1 overall pick, the envelope for the Knicks was put in the freezer, and it was frozen cold to the touch. And whenever the person went in to draw whatever one, they knew which one was New York's. And that was your conspiracy of the frozen envelope or frozen placard for the Knicks.
Always conspiracy theories out there. But and with NBA lottery, the way that it's played out, it almost plays into some of these conspiracy theories, because we've seen teams that will lose players of a certain caliber, and then they'll get a number 1 overall draft pick, and they're able to kind of reset their franchise with that number 1 overall draft pick.
501 says, Wes, you would love the 2 to 3 hour tour they offer at Texas Stadium. It is awesome. I have heard actually from people that have gone on that and said the same thing. I think it would be kind of cool to take that tour and just look at it, because it's so much more than just the stadium. So many of the things that they have there. The artwork is unbelievable also.
And that's done by one Gene Jones.
Corey from Maumelle writes in and says, hey, guys, I saw on ESPN that Boston will still probably trade Brown even if they don't get Giannis. What do y'all think? Also, any news on Austin Reeves possibly being traded? It was something else brought up by ESPN.
So there is a chance that Jaylen Brown would still get traded, but, the type of athlete he is and what he brings to that team, I think this is a special situation where if you can land Giannis, you understand you're going to have to give up certain pieces in return. Now, if they don't land Giannis ends up with Miami Heat. Don't see why Celtics wouldn't keep Jaylen Brown, but is he in a headspace where he's like, I don't want to be here? That would be the only reason you would still move him.
There's Thursday. Turkey begins at 8 o'clock our time, 9 Eastern. Coverage begins at 8 o'clock our time. Who knows what time the game actually starts?
9.
9?
Yeah. Yeah,
It's
they
the
do.
hour
about
pregame?
Yeah.
Okay. So we have something for Thursday night. Got something for tomorrow night with the draft. Got something tonight with the College World Series final game. So that'll keep us busy.
And draft is 2 nights, so Tuesday and Wednesday.
First round tomorrow night, second round on Wednesday.
Yep.
Excuse me. What's the latest on Malik Thomas?
Haven't really heard much about where he's going in the draft because after you get out of that top 10 or so, and this year, actually, it's a little more up in the air because it's said to be such a deep draft and you don't know exactly where these players are going. A lot can change. But with him, once you get outside that top 10, top 15, certain things start falling into place. You have international players that are going to be linked to certain teams or maybe not even linked. And that could be a surprise for people watching when some of these international players are drafted. But last just hearing that he was going to be somewhere in the 20s. We can look at NBADraft.net and see what the latest projection they have on him.
Coach Cal has been working it. I've seen numerous interviews with the national media and some of these NBA draft shows, just really plugging Malik and Trevin Brazile, hoping to get 3 Razorbacks selected in the first round. But he's out there. He's pushing them. And he tweeted out one day over the weekend of how many NBA teams and scouts he's been talking to about these 3 guys.
So this is funny. NBADraft.net has both players, Malik Thomas and Trevin Brazile, projected to New York Knicks.
Oh, wow.
Malik at 24, Trevin Brazile, first pick of second round at 31.
How about that? Now, going to a great team, great franchise, may be hard to get some playing time early in your career.
Well, that's always the case. As a rookie, unless you're like one of these top 5 picks or so, sometimes it is a process to get on the court because you have certain vets that are on the team, and there's a pecking order.
If Acuff ends up going to Brooklyn, is he immediately their guy, their point guard?
I don't know. Point guard he should be, but as far as guy, their guy, team guy, maybe not. They still do have a fairly young team, though.
Who else is on that team?
It's hard to say because they're Brooklyn Nets, and they've been towards the bottom for a long time, and they've had some interchangeable parts that have been on that roster and then gone on to other places.
Have they been any good since they made all those trades and tried to make that one run, and since then they just haven't been any good?
Michael Porter Jr. is their main guy right now.
Okay.
And they just picked him up a couple of years ago with a trade.
Speaking of trades, is it just Miami and Boston for Giannis? No one else?
That's what it sounds like it's down to, just those two franchises, because they're offering up the most. And the flip side of it is Giannis is in control here, and those are 2 places he said that he's willing to go and sign an extension. Now, other teams could come in the mix, but they're really not going to give up so much for Giannis if they're not guaranteed that he's going to sign an extension with them. But those 2 places he's willing to sign.
For the Celtics trade, is it just straight up, just Brown for Giannis? Or are there other pieces involved?
It's been pretty much straight up, but you can see with a player of Giannis's caliber, you may have to give up something else. Now, with Heat, you know that it's going to be multiple players. It would be more so multiple players than just a 1-for-1.
All the trade offers I've seen from Miami include Khalil Ware, that he would be on the way to Milwaukee.
Oh, of course, because the team that's on the receiving end, they want young incoming talent unless they're getting draft picks. If they're not getting draft picks, they want somebody that's on that current roster. And Heat have turned down a number of trades where they've asked for Khalil Ware, and they wouldn't offer him up. But once again, totally different situation when you're talking about getting a talent like Giannis.
How wild would that be? the Bucks have a kid from North Little Rock and one from North Little Rock.
Yeah, that would be. It'd be crazy.
And one of the other greatest players of all time for the Bucks, a Razorback, former Razorback.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. A lot of history in that franchise.
Yeah.
When you think about Todd Day, Lee Mayberry, those two in the same draft. So.
Nice little connection there.
Yeah.
All right, we'll take a break. When we come back, if you want to join us, we'll open up the phone line, 661-1037. You can also text me there, 661-1037. Got a couple of texts I need to get to when we come back. It's Out of Bounds.
The Honda Ride Red and Save Green sales event is happening at Honda Russellville. Get more done with a Pioneer 700 or 1000 side-by-side. Swing a leg over a dependable 4Trax Rancher ATV. Take your crew in a 4-seat Pioneer 704 or 5-seat Pioneer 1005. Bonus bucks on select models plus low-rate financing for qualified buyers. Visit HondaRussellville.com.
For your safety, read the owner's manual and wear a helmet and eye protection. Always wear your seatbelt and close the side vents and doors when operating a side-by-side. Honda side-by-sides and ATVs are for riders 16 and older.
Shipments of spring and summer fashions are arriving at Bell & Sword. That means swimwear from Saks, Peter Noir golf wear and shirts, Johnny O's store within a store. Be sure to check out the Faraday line and Martin Dingman shoes and leather goods. So hurry in for a great value on quality men's clothing at Bell & Sword for your spring and summer items, and you'll look fantastic. Bell & Sword, 1011 Oak Street in downtown Conway on Facebook and Instagram.
Sound familiar? At Mattress Firm, we understand there are many problems that can keep you up at night, like snoring, aches and pains, or sleeping hot. Our sleep experts have the unrivaled know-how to match you with a mattress that can help. And now at Mattress Firm, save up to $700, plus get a free adjustable base with select Sealy Posturepedic mattresses. For the great sleep you deserve, visit Mattress Firm. We make sleep easy. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
There's enough needless nonsense in the world already. Your phone plan shouldn't add to it. Verizon's new Simplicity plan cuts down on the nonsense in your life. Now there's just one plan, one price. $30 a line per month, even for a single line. And everyone gets our best 5G network. It's a phone plan designed to do exactly what a phone plan is supposed to do. Isn't that a lot simpler? Switch today at Verizon.com or at your nearest store. For new customers, $30 per line includes auto pay and switch discount. Additional taxes, fees, and terms apply. Unlimited data is restricted to on-device smartphone usage. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds.
Hit a home run with your next project at Natural State Wholesale, The Warehouse, 2011 North 2nd Street in Cabot. Knock it out of the park with unbeatable savings on building materials. From flooring to faucets, shingles to bathtubs, butcher block countertops to ceiling fans. They've got everything you need to build your dream. Don't strike out paying high prices. Call 501-605-8739 and score big savings today. Natural State Wholesale, The Warehouse, where every deal is a home run. Razorback Foundation members, it's time to renew your membership. Annual Fund Pledge renewals are now open and due March 31st. Renew now by visiting RazorbackFoundation.com or text RENEW to 479-349-4313. Be part of the tradition for the new era of Razorback football under Coach Silverfield. Renew your Razorback Foundation membership today. Text RENEW to 479-349-4313. Go Hogs!
With hundreds of vehicles in stock across 6 brands, your next ride is waiting for you at Red River Auto Group. We know that the road ahead is important. Whether it's your daily drive or your next big adventure, the right vehicle makes all the difference. From the reliability of a Toyota to the strength of a Ram truck, we offer vehicles built to last with options for every lifestyle. State-of-the-art technology, unbeatable performance, and the comfort you deserve. It's all waiting for you at Red River. Visit us online at redriverauto.com.
This is a test of the emergency alert system. This is only a test.
Out of Bounds on 103.7 The Buzz. Live from the TruService Credit Union Studios.
I tried to make it Sunday, but I got so damn depressed that I set my sights on Monday and I got myself undressed. I ain't
ready for the altar, but I do agree there's times when a woman sure can be a friend of mine. But I keep on thinking about
Welcome back. It is Out of Bounds. Wrapping up our second hour. Flying by today. 661-1037. If you want to jump in here, who's your pick tonight? Oklahoma, North Carolina. Take a look at the odds for that coming up in a bit. Who do you want to win? Are you just going to sit and watch it? Or you got to root for somebody? I think, by the way, I'm going to be rooting for North Carolina. Not worried about the SEC. SEC was dominant. Doesn't mean the SEC's got the hiccups. Losing its dominance. I think I'd rather see North Carolina. All right, let's go to the Middleton Heat and Air text line. Let me get some of your text. 501 says Marcus Camby, another slender guy who had a lot of success under Calipari. Yeah, you're exactly right. That's his MO. That's what he's looking for in a big guy. Yes, he would like to have a little physicality there, but I think it's more important than anything, he's got to be able to run the pick and roll, finish at the rim, and then be good enough to play pick and roll defense on the other end of the court. You get some of these bigger, slumbering guys, teams will put them at a disadvantage. 501 says Boston needs to move Brown because between him and Tatum, they were taking up 70% of their cap. Well, if they get a Giannis, it's going to be the same thing. It's just going to be a different guy instead of Brown taking up all the cap space. But if they don't get Giannis, then I see what you're saying. Go ahead and move him, free up some cap space. This is Brad. My golfer was Wyndham Clark. I'm away from the radio today. What was the contest for? For Simmons Bank Championship passes.
Congratulations, Brad,
Yeah.
for choosing the right number to get paired with Wyndham Clark.
Would you say number 34?
43.
43. Had it backwards. I bet that was fun. Rooting for him down the stretch. One of the few guys rooting for Wyndham Clark. That was Brad. I'll text you. I'll text Brad and tell him to what he won and what we need from him. Ron Pine Bluff says that was Eastern time. Oh, he's rooting OKC, Oklahoma. You're rooting for Oklahoma. Tim says the same thing. SEC going with the Sooners, rooting for the Sooners. I can't do it. I can't. And I don't dislike Oklahoma for any reason. Honestly, I don't. I think I'd rather see North Carolina win it. Jack is in BB. What's up, Jack?
Well, I was saying go Boomer Sooner, but sounds like you're a Tar Heel.
I guess.
But I guess so. Anyway, I wanted you to touch on what are the rules now for portal transfers and signees now that Dusty May has jumped ship in Michigan, and how far you think this will set them back as far as a program, because he was obviously a good coach. I mean, he took Florida Atlantic to the Final Four and won it all with Michigan. So I was just wanting you to touch on that for me and tell me if you know any of those rules about what the new incoming signees and the portal transfers, what options they have.
Yeah.
And as always, you have a great show, and I'll hang up and listen.
Thank you, Jack. Yeah, the portal will open. I saw a tweet this morning. Once Michigan makes it official by naming a new head coach, they have a special portal just for Michigan players that will be open, I've already forgotten. Is it 10 days, 15 days, something like that? The portal, they'll have basically like a week and a half to take advantage of it and leave if they want to, hit the portal, and that's all their players that are signed. Yeah, if you're just a committed high school kid, you can uncommit, but this is all the players that they have already signed either from the portal or from last year's signing class. They'll have a portal and can enter it, go to a new team.
Yeah, there are special rules put in place when coach leaves that players are able to make a decision on their own for what they feel like is their best option moving forward.
There was a big guy that Michigan beat Arkansas out on, and but you know the rumor was that Michigan paid a lot for this big guy, and that's the thing you got to wonder if. And I'm sure their agents, advisors, their handlers will be working the phones, finding out if it would be worth even more money for them to leave Michigan and give up what they've already got committed to them as far as revenue sharing and NIL opportunities. I think, honestly, Jack, with them naming as the interim head coach one of the assistants on the team, that's their move of trying to keep everybody intact. And, you know, like right now, the Razorbacks are working a lot with the assistant coaches. I mean, Calipari's there from time to time and running practices, but like day to day, it's these assistants that are there working individually with these all these guys on campus. They've probably got a better relationship with the assistants than they do Dusty May. I don't foresee it. I would be surprised if anybody from Michigan jumps in the portal and goes somewhere else. I should not say surprised. These days, with the way things are in college sports, nothing should surprise you. But I anticipate no one from Michigan's going to enter the portal.
Well, if there's somebody that just came in, those are the players that are likely to stick around. Somebody who's been in the program, maybe they would want to make a different move, just looking at their future and how it lined up, especially if they kind of had some uncertainty as far as what their playing time was going to look like. Now it becomes even more uncertain.
Yeah, I mean, there could be somebody that's unhappy and feels like they're going to be buried there and not have an opportunity to play and take advantage of that. Now that they've been on campus and see what some of the other players look like and how they stack up, they'll be like, ooh, I don't know if I'm going to be playing much this year. But then again, they're being paid pretty good. Michigan did a really good job, and that may keep most of them happy and sticking around. Is the Michigan big man still there, or did he already transfer?
Well, their two bigs are in NBA draft.
Mara's supposed to be a lottery pick. He's up there in the top, like, 15 or so. But they did. They got one out of the portal, I want to say, and one high school kid, two bigs, to immediately replace those guys. Tim was asking, what did the winning golfer pick get for Clark? Simmons Bank Championship. Big thanks to Michael Cataldo and the Simmons Bank Championship. By the way, today, tickets went on sale this morning, remember? We had Michael on No, that was the week I was gone on vacation. It's been a full week now, right? Yeah. So, yeah, tickets are now available for the Simmons Bank Championship. Go to their website, SimmonsBankChampionship.com, and get your tickets. Last weekend of October. It's like the 30th, 31st, and the 1st. And if you didn't win for the U.S. Open, we got one more opportunity. The Open Championship next month. We'll have our contest again for the Open Championship and give somebody a chance. Let's go to Jay Ray. What's up, Jay Ray?
Hey, what's up? Hey, Wes and Joe.
Hey, man.
How's it going?
I got a question for Joe. Freaky Joe, I heard a story about you. I want to see if it was true.
Okay.
I heard that someone bet you that you could not hit a golf ball over the Arkansas River. And on top of that, you hit the golf ball across the river and actually hit one of your buddies on the other side. Now, is that story true?
There is no truth to that. No. Now, we shot a commercial here years ago where we were with Sean the Beast Pfister. Now, he was hitting balls over the river. I'm not sure if any of them actually went across, but he would be the one that would be most likely to hit a ball across.
Okay. Well, I just wanted to make sure, man.
That's a good story, though.
Yeah, it's a good story, man. You
Thanks.
sounded real good.
Thanks, Jay Ray.
future of luxury today.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center with KARK's Juliana Cullen.
Lingering showers in the forecast for the rest of the day after a very stormy morning. We'll be warming up into the mid-80s this afternoon, eventually dropping down the 60s and 70s tonight for your low. A couple scattered showers and storms will be possible throughout your Tuesday, but overall it will be a bit drier Tuesday than what we saw today. This is meteorologist Juliana Cullen with the Arkansas Storm Team for the Buzz Radio Network.
New Benihana promotion. Monday and Tuesday, lunch and dinner. 10% off of everything on the menu. Come to Benihana's.
What's on Tap? Brought to you by Flyway Brewing. It's always open season at Flyway Brewing, serving 2 Central Arkansas locations, North Little Rock, and now open in Breckenridge Village. Check out current promotions at flywaybrewing.com. Flyway Brewing. Follow the migration. We encourage you to wet your beak responsibly.
When the unthinkable happens to your home or business, whether it's damage from smoke, water, fire, or mold, let Rainbow Restoration make you whole again. Their extensively trained team, state-of-the-art equipment, and 24/7 rapid response will help get your life back on track fast. Because this isn't just their service area, it's their home. When you need them, find them at rainbowrestores.com. Rainbow Restoration, where they restore, you recover. Services performed by an independently owned and operated franchise.
Country music star and Arkansas native Joe Nichols joins Morning Mayhem each week, courtesy of Powers Truck Parts and Service. Does your heavy-duty truck need service? Call Powers Truck Parts and Service with everything from headlights to taillights. Online at powerstruckparts.com. It's Joe Nichols with Morning Mayhem on 103.7 The Buzz.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. Did you know the IRS has programs specifically designed to help people struggling with tax debt? Powerful tax assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm, A-rated by the Better Business Bureau. Their award-winning tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $3 billion of tax debt for their clients. One call to Optima can start the process, helping to put an end to your worries about wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other aggressive IRS actions. Find the best options to solve your tax problems. Call the experts at Optima Tax Relief today for a free consultation.
Call 800-746-0155. That's 800-746-0155. 800-746-0155.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Attention. If you suffer from consistent pain in your joints caused by arthritis, overuse, or injury, you may be a candidate for a revolutionary therapy that could revitalize damaged tissue. This approach can provide long-lasting relief from pain in your knees, shoulders, hips, and other joints with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. To find out if you're a viable candidate, you may request a free consultation from QC Kinetics by calling 501-600-2763. Instead of masking the symptoms, it goes to the root of the problem to resolve it at its source. Already used by thousands of satisfied patients nationwide, this joint pain therapy is available right now to the public, but only for qualified candidates. Again, to find out if you're a viable candidate for this therapy, you may request a free consultation by calling QC Kinetics at 501-600-2763. That's 501-600-2763.
Listen for Champs and Chumps on Fridays during The Zone. Brought to you by Washita Bar and Grill on Central Avenue in Hot Springs and BKC Home Builders, building premier homes in Hot Springs.
The NFL schedule dropped, and it's time to settle up. There's road trips to plan, hotels to book, tickets to split, tailgates to cover, scores to settle, all the things for the season. But now, when you send $10 or more to a friend with PayPal by May 28th, you could win 2 tickets to every home game of your favorite team. Yep, the whole season. Visit paypal.com/P2P sweeps. No purchase necessary. See website for details, including how to enter by mail. Brought to you by PayPal, official peer-to-peer payment sponsor of the NFL.
Your summer starts now with Memorial Day deals at the Home Depot. It's time to fire up summer cookouts with the Next Grill 4-burner gas grill on special buy for only $199. And entertain all season with the Hampton Bay West Grove 7-piece outdoor dining set for only $499. This Memorial Day, get low prices guaranteed at the Home Depot. While supplies last, price and valid May 14th through May 27th. U.S. only, exclusions apply. See homedepot.com/price match for details.
Live from the TruService Credit Union Studios. This is Out of Bounds with Wes Moore and Joe Franklin on 103.7 The Buzz.
But now I'm counting this. Parmesan with my accountant lips. In fact, I'm down in this. You say with my boo babe tastes like Kool-Aid for the analyst. Girl, I can buy your Westie world with my base stuff. I know that it's good. Won't you sit it on my taste buds? I get way too petty once you let me do the extras. Pull up on your block and break it down. We playing Tetris. AM to the PM, PM to the AM phone. Eat up your per diem. You just gotta hate them phone. If I quit your BM, I still rock Mercedes phone. If I quit this season, I still be the greatest funk. My left stroke just went viral. Right stroke put a baby in a spiral. Soprano C, we like.
What's trending in the world of sports is sponsored by Arkansas-based West Rock Coffee. Join West Rock Coffee and their 1.5 million coffee farmers around the globe as they fuel Arkansas with great tasting coffee, tea, and water delivered directly to your business. Contact them at westrockcoffee.com or 833-886-JAVA today.
All right, it's time to take a look at what's trending. We've talked a lot about the U.S. Open. Wyndham Clark winning his second United States Open. 2023-2026.
And it's wire to wire for Wyndham.
Let's go!
And a second U.S. Open championship.
That may be the softest applause for a winning United States Open champion in a long time. I mean, you may have to go back to like when people didn't hardly go to the U.S. Open. Listen to it again. This is on 18. The little tap in to win. I mean, that's him yelling. Yeah, that's him. You can hear him over the crowd.
And it's wire to wire for Wyndham.
Let's go!
And a second U.S. Open championship.
Oh, that's good.
That's okay. He'll take it.
No doubt.
He'll take it however it is.
Here is Wyndham Clark.
Yeah, New York didn't really like me. I love you guys. But, I get it. Some of it's self-deserved. I did some unfortunate things last year that I really regret, and I'm been sorry multiple times, and I'm still sorry. So hopefully I can win you guys over eventually. But I get it. They root for Scotty. Grand Slams only happened a few times, so he's going to get it. I mean, he's the best player in the world. But today it's my day.
Well said. I mean, he said everything right there. This is more from the U.S. Open.
I mean, the crowd was tough today. I mean, New Yorkers, I think, are tough people. There was a good turnout from the fans. You like seeing the fans cheer for you. I think sometimes it can get a little too much when, balls are kind of going off greens and you start hearing cheers. That felt a bit much to me. But at the end of the day, I can't control fan behavior. It's being in the arena is not for everybody. There's been crowds that have been for me in my career. There's been crowds that have been significantly against me in my career. I think of Portrush was a scenario for me where, Rory's in his hometown, or not his hometown. He's in Ireland and not far from where he grew up. And, crowds can be tough, and being in the arena is not for everybody. And, I think it shows a lot about Wyndham, how he handled not only this golf course, but I think the crowd today as well, and is a, well-deserving champion.
Over here to Josh. Can you recall maybe one that's been that one-sided, not counting like a President's Cup, Ryder Cup, something like that?
I mean, guys, I'm not going to sit here and talk about fans the whole time. Sorry. I'm a big proponent of controlling what I control on the golf course. And like I said, you like it when fans are cheering for you. I think when fans start to cheer against other players, albeit in a respectful manner, I think when it gets too far is when you have people screaming in guys' swings. And that didn't happen today.
Yeah, that was the good thing. At least they weren't affecting the way he played by messing with him during the middle of his shot routine. I didn't know if they were going to move. So one time he blew it out way right. He was in the bunker and he hit it fat and way right. And there were probably about 5 police officers in uniform having to push the crowd back far enough so that he could make his chip shot. Like, guys, you got to move. I know you don't like this dude, but you're still going to have to let him play his ball. Something that you'd see in Happy Gilmore. But no, kudos Wyndham Clark.
Yeah, he was able to get through all of that, and that's all that matters to him. He was able to go on and win.
I thought it was funny. Scotty didn't want to answer that second question because he had to be thinking, no, that's the worst I've ever seen. As far as, on American soil, not rooting for another American and for it to be that lopsided. No, I've never seen anything like that. Not in just a regular term, a major. I'm talking about not Ryder Cup. I get, President's Cup. Yeah, you get that, and then you get it sometimes when a foreign player is over here in the United States trying to win a big tournament. The crowd, no doubt, gets behind the American. But in the case with this of 2 Americans, and it was so lopsided, I'd never seen anything like it. Major League Baseball now. We'll start with the Astros and the Guardians.
This ball hit pretty well to right field, all the way back, and he's back. Yordan Alvarez starts a new streak as he gets on base by circling the bases with home run number 25 on the year.
A bad man right there. Astros win 2-1. Marlins Giants, same score.
Freddie Webb fires and Stowers cracks the ball right center field. No doubt about this. It is gone. Kyle Stowers was 3 for 5 with 2 doubles and a homer against Webb. He crushes a ball 426 feet.
2-1, Marlins win. Now to the Angels and the A's.
Walton sends one out to right. Back for it is Thomas. Out near the wall. It's gone. Donovan Walton, 6 straight games with an extra base hit. Ties for the longest streak in the majors this year. And the Angels have pulled within 1. Guzman hits it sharply towards center. Bolte's going back. Still going toward the wall. It's gone. Guzman ties it. He's homered for a 3rd straight day.
Angels win 9-7 over the A's. Next up, Rays Nationals.
High shot back into center field. That's got some carry all the way back, and goodbye. Home run off the bat of Ryan Valet. That's a drive high and deep to left off the bat of DeLuca. That baby's gone.
Rays win it 4-3. How about the Cardinals and Royals?
It's 0-1.
Hit high in the air to deep left. Collins turns, watches. Showtime in the Show Me State.
2 on and 2 out.
And he might. Swing and a drive. Deep left center. Herrera bombs away.
12-10 your final score with the St. Louis Cardinals winning. Let's get to the World Cup. How about Germany, Ivory Coast?
Warmencha. Oh, one out for a finish. It's Dennis Undav again. Undav at the double. And he might just have put the Germans into the knockout rounds for the first time since 2014.
That's wild to think. Germany hasn't been in the knockout round since 2014.
Yeah. Some of the dominant countries, they haven't had recent success. That's going back to, we were talking about Italy. Italy's not even in World Cup, and they haven't been for a long time since they actually won a World Cup. So that's amazing in itself that here's a country that won a World Cup one year. They didn't make the next World Cup, which was 2006 to 2010, but they haven't made one since 06. So it's been 20 years now.
Got France and Iraq about to kick off. France advances to the round of 32 with the win. Iraq can't advance.
Oh, yeah, they're already eliminated.
They're done. Okay. Let's see. Let's check on Spain and Saudi Arabia.
He's got a touch now. Oyarzabal, back post, there it is. There he is. Lamine Yamal, first career World Cup goal, maybe the first of many, and Spain on the board early.
Joe Klein, he knew about Yamal because of his son, and he's one of the up-and-coming rising stars, 18 years old. And he was dealing with an injury coming in the World Cup, so they've slowly gotten him into the lineup. They subbed him in first match, but this one he was in there, and he's able to score.
4-0. United States, who's this?
The manager, Mauricio Pochettino, and he's talking about fan support.
But today, even if I am not American, after the game, I was emotional because I think the atmosphere was amazing. The fans were amazing. The warm reception, in the way that they support us, and in the way they celebrate the victory, they make it feel very emotional, and the players were they are very emotional too. I think it was an amazing and a perfect connection in between the energy from the stand and the team. I think that this make us to feel very proud because I think to connect with the people is what we wanted. And then if we want to achieve good things, we need the support of our fans. And for sure, our fans here in Seattle, but also in the rest of the country, they are all supporting us. And we feel that support and that energy is amazing for the team.
What's it been like? We were at Twin Peaks, so you couldn't really hear the crowd while we were doing the show the other day. But the first game last Friday night, and once again, I had the sound down. We were, at the beach house, and I just had the TV on watching. Has it been just like 99% American fans at these games, or have the other countries had their
no
pocket?
Other
thousands.
Countries, yeah, they're showing up, but you hear from American fans, and it gets really loud, especially in Seattle. We know how loud that stadium is overall, and so they were playing there, and there was a lot of support. Stadium's really loud.
I bet it'll be a great environment Thursday, and then when you get out to the next round, the knockout round, you know how intense that's going to be because whoever they're playing, they're going to have a lot of fans there too. That's going to be, I bet, a high-priced ticket for that first game.
Oh, they all are high-priced.
Are they?
Yes. But we see these stadiums are packed out.
Dude, I mean, AT&T Stadium just now, it looked like Super Bowl. 105, 110. I can't wait to see the attendance for this.
Well, there's been more wagering World Cup than Super Bowl. It was Super Bowl and I think NBA Finals combined.
Around the world?
Around the world, yes.
That is wild. All right, next up, still talking about the United States. Who's this, Howard?
Yeah, Tim Howard, former goalie, and he doesn't think that U.S. has a good chance of winning, where there's a lot of optimism from a lot of analysts out there, and then, of course, fans. They're always going to be optimistic. Tim Howard doesn't think so.
The U.S. cannot unequivocally win the World Cup. The U.S. will have to play the greatest game they've ever played 3 times in a row. Sorry, 4 games in a row. Round of 16, quarterfinals, semifinals, finals. It is literally impossible for the U.S. to win the World Cup. That's going to come across crazy. People are going to say I'm whatever. That's just the reality. But we're super excited for this ride we're on.
Well, I feel great now.
Yeah, he just took everybody's hope away. But, I mean, there's still a lot of hope out there, but hearing from a former player who played at a high level, him saying he doesn't think it's possible, then doubt will start to creep in with some of the fans out there. And if it gets to the point where they get to a certain point, they do get knocked out, everybody will point back and say, well, Tim Howard said it was impossible for it to happen.
The first round game, they should be favored in, right? Didn't the United States come in ranked 12th?
Yeah, they are a top 15 country in the world. And that was them moving up over the course of the past 4 years or so, because they were 16. So they were top 20 before, but they have moved up a bit.
So it's the round of 32 first, is that right? Or is
Yes, yeah. And in years past, there would have been 16 because there were only 32.
It's when they get to that round of 16, if they win their first game, which they should be favored in, according to my math, right? You'll be playing a team that's finishing either second or third in their group, and you should be favored in that game. But then it's when you get to that round of 16, depending on the matchup, maybe there's an upset or something, that's when it would start to get difficult. I'd like to see them, I want to see them keep winning. It makes it interesting. But they got to win that first one. Got to win that first knockout game.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, they're all a must-win at that point because you lose, you go home.
I just think to build off of this, hosting and the interest that U.S. soccer's getting and the way they're playing, it would be a huge disappointment if they lost that first one. That's like losing all kinds of momentum. Win 2 in the knockout stage, I consider that a success.
Well, as we mentioned, also, only 8 countries in the world have ever won a World Cup. So it's a very limited and exclusive club to winners all time.
Who's ranked number 1?
I believe it's Spain. See, we can check world rankings, but I believe Spain is number 1. Some other news out there, though. Trae Young, that we spoke of earlier, getting that new contract. You know, the player option that he declined was $45 or $49 mil a year. This new contract he signed, 4 years, $212 mil. So that boosts him a little bit to $53 mil a year. Receiver Julius Jones Jr., his dad, Julius Jones, and uncle Thomas Jones were both former NFL running backs. Well, Julius Jones Jr., he committed to Notre Dame today, and he's a receiver. But following in his dad and uncle's footsteps, playing football, and he's now committed to Notre Dame. And also in a surprise move, his brother committed to Notre Dame. His brother is a year younger. He's in that 28 class, and he's sitting at the table with him also, and he had no idea his brother was going to commit at that same time. Brady Tkachuk, NHL player, he was traded to play with his brother, Matthew Tkachuk, in a move that happened yesterday. So they're both Florida Panthers, and now their dad, former NHL player Keith Tkachuk, got word that he's going to be a Hockey Hall of Famer. So his sons are now playing together, and a day later he gets the news he's going to be a Hockey Hall of Famer.
How about that? Couple of days span for the Tkachuk family.
Yeah, and anytime you see either of these players playing, Brady or Matthew, and we've seen them on a big stage where they've been on that U.S. team that just won 4 nations, or they just won Olympics, and they were in the final for 4 nations. You see them always put the camera on Keith Tkachuk, his wife, and their family. Now they don't have to do anything that's split when they're playing these NHL games. They can all go to see one team play.
It makes it easier on the family right there. Just travel.
Oh, a lot easier.
Razorback basketball dropped some video from practice. I'm so eaten up with this basketball team. It's only June. I cannot wait for the start of basketball. I want to go to the Bahamas.
What's Mika Mourningen doing?
He's driving, kicking out to a wide open Jordan Smith for probably about 3 feet behind the three-point line, nothing but net. But it's Mika with the penetration, draws the defense in, kicks it out, Jordan Smith wide open, bam. I was trying to find the official account who tweeted this out. I guess, Hogs Plus tweeted it out, some practice video. Oh, and then Jordan Smith walks over to Calipari for the high five.
Nice. Now, it'd be interesting to see how this team is going to get together. And gel moving forward, and we'll be able to see it making that Bahamas trip.
Yeah, that Bahamas trip, it's like a whole production where they're got a fan event around it. I mean, when they put out the press release, there's a link for the fans to sign up, stay at the resort, get tickets to go to the games, and be there. I mean, they're really marketing that smart, the way they're doing it. I bet there's a good collection of Razorback fans that go. It's the Bahamas.
Trip. Yeah, it's a great trip.
But B, to get a sneak peek of what this team is going to look like, man, love to do that.
Here's your FIFA World Cup rankings. Argentina, number 1. France is 2. Spain, 3. England, 4. Brazil, 5. So that's your top 5.
And that's who won it last time, 4 years ago?
Argentina.
Beat France?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And they were 1-2 again?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, we got to take a break. When we come back, the state's largest indoor pickleball tournament is about a month away, month and a half, 6 weeks away. We got all the details. Find out the location, when it's going to be, how to get signed up, all the good details coming up next. It's Out of Bounds.
U.S. Truck Accessories presents Match Game on Morning Mayhem. Listen for your chance to play their version of the classic TV game show. From U.S. Truck Accessories in Conway and Searcy, your number 1 Central Arkansas source for camper shells, bed covers, spray-in bed liners, and more. Veteran-owned since 2002. Online at ustruckaccessories.net.
This is SportsCenter.
In the U.S. Open at Shinnecock over the weekend, Wyndham Clark led wire-to-wire and held off Sam Burns, Tom Kim, and Scotty Scheffler to win his second U.S. Open. After shooting 6 under in the opening round and getting to 7 under to start Sunday, Clark shot 3 over in the final round yesterday to finish at 4 under for the weekend, giving him a 1-stroke win over second-place finisher Sam Burns. The win earned Clark a $4.5 million purse. And in U.S. soccer, the Americans have advanced to the knockout stages after a 2-0 win over Australia on Friday. Alex Freeman, son of former Green Bay Packers wide receiver Antonio Freeman, scored for the United States to give America their first back-to-back wins in the World Cup since 1930. This also guaranteed that USA will win their group, despite what happens in their next game Thursday night. They will play their first knockout round game on July 1st. I am Moose with the Buzz Radio Network.
Oaklawn is here for when you want the ultimate escape, all in one place. Check into the luxury hotel. Escape to Astral Spa, the only Forbes 4-star rated spa in Arkansas. Indulge at award-winning restaurants like the Bugler or the Oak Room and Bar, all before having the time of your life at the 24/7 smoke-free casino, where the energy goes all night. Here, excitement and luxury meet under one roof. Oaklawn Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Summer is here at the Big Lot. If you need a truck or an SUV for the lake this summer, maybe a Jeep for some off-road fun, come see us at the Big Lot.
Folks, we have a huge selection of pre-owned vehicles starting at under $20,000, and our banks work with any credit situation.
You can buy with zero down, and our lenders love saying yes. So come see us at the Big Lot at Chris Crane Dodge Jeep Ram, Alcoa Road in Benton.
Camping season is here, and Razorback Camper Sales in Hot Springs is liquidating all 2026 year model travel trailers and fifth wheels. If you've been thinking about a new trailer, now is the time to buy. One of the many great deals is a 20-foot Salem with bunk beds, power awning, plywood floor, and much more for only $14,990 or $150 a month. Hurry while the selection is good. All these great deals can be seen at RazorbackCamperSales.com.
Hawks Homes has custom-built manufactured homes under $100 per square foot. They have hundreds of floor pans available to fit your family's needs. Homes start as low as $39,995. They can finance your new home together with land so you can have one easy payment. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 bedrooms available for immediate delivery. You can view their inventory online at hawkshomes.net. Let their family help your family. Hawks Homes, Bryant and Conway.
This is Justin Acree. If shoulder or elbow pain is affecting your daily life, the fellowship-trained physicians at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health are here to help. They offer advanced care for injuries, arthritis, rotator cuff problems, and more, helping you feel better, move better, and get back to everyday life. Call 501-686-TOSH today to schedule your appointment. That's 501-686-8674. The doctor will see you now.
Welcome to Moe's. Everyone knows that coming into Moe's for our Mo Monday special is the best deal in burritos. But what about those other 6 days? Well, let me introduce the new Mo Value Meal. Junior burrito, side of queso, chips, salsa, and a fountain drink for only $9.99. And the best part, it's available all day, every day at Moe's Southwest Grill. Now here's my daughter Andy Kate with a special reminder.
Remember, kids eat free on Sundays. Welcome to Moe's.
Out of Bounds on 103.7 The Buzz. Live from the TruService Credit Union studios. TruService Credit Union. Membership has its rewards with low-rate auto loans, competitive mortgages, and one of the lowest interest rate credit cards in the nation. TruService Credit Union. Online at TruService.net.
Wait a minute, this love started off so tender, so sweet. But now she got me smoking out the window.
Must have spent 45,000 up in Tiffany's. Oh no! Got a bad and kids running around my whole crib like it's Chuck E. Cheese. Whoa! Put me in the jam with an X-Man in the UFC. Can't believe it. I'm in disbelief. This got me paying a rent, paying for trips, diamonds on the neck, diamonds on the wrist, and here I am all alone. I'm so cold, you got me out here. Smoking out the window, singing, how could she do this to me? How could she do this to me? Oh, I thought that girl belonged to only me, but I was wrong, 'cause she belonged to everybody.
Welcome back. It is Out of Bounds. I'm Wes Moore. He's Joe Franklin, and we're going to talk a little pickleball. Sam Smith joins us now. Got a huge pickleball tournament coming to Hot Springs here in, it's about 6 weeks, Sam? Roughly 6 weeks?
July 30th to August 2nd is the tournament in Hot
right.
Springs.
You were telling me this is your first pickleball tournament.
Yes, sir.
So you're not going to start small or anything. Just go ahead and have the largest indoor pickleball tournament in the state.
Yes, we are so excited about it. So the tournament has been around for over 10 years, and the previous owner is retiring, and we just happened to sponsor it last year, and we just really hit it off with the previous owner, and he was, talking to us and saying, hey, I'm trying to retire, and what y'all think about running this next year? And so here we are running the largest tournament in the state of Arkansas, and, we're looking for areas to improve, and registrations are open, so we're just out spreading the word.
Now it's in Bank OZK Arena, which is a big space. So how many games are we talking about going on at the same time?
Man, a lot. There's going to be 38 courts set up, and there's 150 divisions. So the tournament's, broken out by skill level and age level. And so all of those, they organize it, of course, each day is going to have, its own categories. But pretty much all the courts at all times will be some sort of pickleball going on.
So running the tournament last year, what did you learn that helped you pull off what you're doing this year?
Oh, my gosh. So we were just a vendor last year. We just sponsored it. So we didn't run it last year. This will be our first year running it. But what I can tell you is you have to be able to multitask, and you have to listen to the players. The players are obviously the lifeblood of every tournament, and you want to make sure that they are having a good time. And so just getting feedback, some people want to play a lot of games. Most of the time, if you're going to sign up for a tournament, you want to be playing. You don't want to take 4 days and play 3 games. But then sometimes you can have too many games. You have 50 games in a day. It's like, people are being hauled off in stretchers at the end of the tournament. So we don't want that either. So really just listening to the player feedback is what I learned is the most important thing.
Best way to get tickets for this event?
Pickleballtournaments.com. So that's where almost all of the tournaments are run in the pickleball world, pickleballtournaments.com. Super easy. Just type in Spa City Classic. We'll pop right up, and you can read about the tournament, and really easy to register. And, yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun.
And it's said to be budget friendly also. So what does that entail?
Budget friendly, yeah. Some of these tournaments, man, you're not walking out of there without spending a couple $100. And again, sometimes you don't know what you're going to get, how much pickleball you're actually going to play. One of the best things about this tournament is it's indoors, so in the air-conditioned air of the arena. And walking in here to the radio station today, it says it was 86 degrees outside. It felt like 120.
Yeah.
So
humidity.
yeah, and so this is all indoors, and our tournament's only $60 to register, and then $25 per event that you want to join. So there's variety of events. If you want to play mixed, you want to play doubles, whatever it is, singles, $25 per event.
I don't know how they do it, but every time I go down to Banco ZK Arena or the Convention Center, it's like 66 in there. It's like, I need a jacket. We're calling the state championship games, basketball, volleyball. We were down there for a cheer championship not too long ago, and I forget every time. I'm like, I need a jacket in here. So your pickleball players are going to be nice and cool in July and August, which is insane in Arkansas.
Yeah, you might want to bring a blanket on that note. Yeah.
They may need a sweatshirt while you're playing in there,
Yeah.
No, they do a great job down there running all their events. This tournament is for what level player?
All levels. So we are one of the few tournaments. So pickleball's, they have a ranking system. It's basically between 2.0. If you're just a beginner, you're just starting, you start off as a 2.0 player and go all the way up to 5.0. And now there's so many 5.0s, the rankings just keep going up after that. But that's like pro players or 5.0 plus. This is for everybody. So we're one of the few that you can actually be a 2.0, 2.5 and come play in a tournament. So we really welcome everybody.
And you're expecting about 500 players or more to sign up. Are there still plenty of spots to sign up for? You can still get in?
Yes, there are a lot of spots. Last year there was over 600 players, and we're expecting the same amount this year. I think our current registration count, last I looked, was like 210, 215. So we have a lot of spots yet to fill, and we welcome all newcomers, whether you are just starting or if you've been playing and you're a veteran and been playing for years.
You have individual and doubles matches?
We do, yes. In fact, it's really fun. Like there's something called the Offspring Open, which is like mom and daughter or mom and son or grandparent and grandchild. As long as you're related, you can play in the Offspring Open. You can play in singles. You can play in something called skinny singles, where they kind of narrow the court a little bit for some people who might not want to run so much. And then, of course, you have the most popular version of pickleball, which is doubles. And you can play that as male-male, female-female, or mixed doubles, where you play with a member of the opposite sex. And it's just, there's so much fun, so much variety in our tournament. Pickleballtournaments.com, again, is where you can go to register.
Sam, before actually getting to this level of running the tournament, what was your pickleball level? Did you play, and how active are you in pickleball?
I'm so glad you asked me that, Joe. My brother is active duty military, and he grew up playing tennis, and he has always been in the racket sports, and I wasn't. I was more traditional, football, basketball, baseball guy. And then my brother got me into pickleball in 2020, and I was immediately hooked. He got me into all these local communities where he was playing. We were playing every single day, multiple times a day. And then I went back home. I was visiting him at the time. Went back home, and then I stopped playing. I'm an entrepreneur. I have several different businesses, and I just, stopped playing. I maybe played once a month. Then my brother calls me. He's like, man, you need to get good at pickleball if we're going to run a pickleball company together. And so I've been trying to play a lot more. And pickleball is one of those sports that it's not so much your athleticism that matters. It's a very technical sport. There's finesse involved. And so it takes practice. And so this past week, I played more pickleball than I have in my entire life. I've been playing every single day for multiple hours a day. It's so much fun. But I haven't actually played in a tournament myself yet.
Wow.
Yeah, in a ranked tournament. I haven't done that yet, so I need to. My brother has, and again, he's really, really, pulling me to do a lot more. But if I had to say my skill level, I could probably do fine at a 4.0 level.
You said you were working as a vendor last year.
Yes.
What were you doing?
We were selling pickleball paddles. So my brother and I started this pickleball company. And again, my brother's active duty military. He's Army Green Beret. And he and I were having a conversation about what he wanted to do after he gets out of the military. He's got about 4 or 5 years left. And he said, man, I really want to do something in the pickleball world. And so we started a pickleball company where we sell paddles and shirts and hats and variety of gear related to pickleball. We're brand new. We're about a year and a half old. And our niche is to support veterans and first responders, since that's what my brother does. And since he's a Special Forces soldier, the nickname for Special Forces units in the military are called Tier 1. And so that was a really fitting name for our company, Tier 1 Pickleball.
That's awesome.
That's cool. We're talking with Sam Smith. He is part of Tier 1 Pickleball and running the tournament, the Spa City Classic. It is Thursday, July 30th, to Friday the 31st, Saturday the 1st of August, and Sunday, August 2nd. This is got to be huge for Hot Springs. I mean, there are people coming in from all over. Maybe all over different states?
All over the country. That's right. Yeah,
Wow.
We had, I think, 40-plus states represented last year. And, of course, the majority of the players are coming from Arkansas, Texas, Louisiana. But, yeah, this year I've already seen they're coming in from New York, California, Washington State, Minnesota, Arizona. So there's going to be people from all over the country at this event. And there's a reason this is the largest tournament in the state of Arkansas. The previous owners did a great job building this up, and then they passed the torch to us, and we're going to make a few changes. We're, of course, Tier 1 being involved. We want to promote our veterans and first responders, so we're going to have some honorary moments for them. We have some awesome sponsors. Washita Bar and Grill, they're hosting an event on Friday night where we're going to have live music and bring the players out and sponsors and just have some food and drinks and have a great time. And then we have the primary sponsor is Chris Crane Dodge Jeep Ram, and they're going to be bringing a vehicle inside the arena, which would be really cool. And so we're adding our own little bit of flair to it. And gosh, I'm really excited about it.
What kind of prizes for winners?
So we have pickleball. The pickleball world, if you go around playing in tournaments, you play for medals. So gold, silver, bronze. And so, of course, we're going to have the Spa City Classic, gold, silver, or bronze, and you get one if you win your division. And again, these divisions, there's 150 of them based on your skill level and your age. So when you sign up, play at pickleballtournaments.com, you'll see all the different divisions, and you register based on your skill level and your age, and your opponent, your competition, is going to be somebody who's similar skill and age as you. So it's as fair as we can make it. And then winners, gold medal, silver medal, or bronze medal.
That's a lot of medals times 150.
It's a lot of medals, yes. That's one of the things I learned as well doing that this year.
Okay, so you're going to have all these players, all these divisions.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you got to have a lot of help doing this.
Yes.
Volunteers? Is that what you
Mostly
rely on?
volunteers, yes. In fact, if any of your listeners want to come help, we would love the help. We have to set up all these courts. This is a big, wide open arena and massive arena, and we have to get in there early and set up all the courts, the nets, and the barriers. And then you have, people who help keep score and just running the score. So we are looking for more volunteers. That's how this thing succeeds.
How do you volunteer?
Just go to the pickleballtournaments.com, click contact us, and then you can just say volunteer. I'm willing to volunteer, and it will ask you for your contact information, and we'll reach out to you.
What's your best seller? Would it be a paddle?
Our paddles are, yes. That's our primary product. We have 3 products on the market right now. The Patriot, which I have brought here with me and gifting it here to you guys. The Patriot is really special. Inside of every one of these paddles is a small amount of recycled military metal that comes from combat zones. And then with every paddle, you get a dog tag that has the name of a fallen U.S. service member on it that we want to honor with every sale. But yes, these paddles have been really popular. This has not been a hard story to tell. Everywhere we go, we just tell our story, and we get more and more followers. And now this is our first big tournament, and so we're looking forward to meeting a bunch of new people and showing you our products, and hopefully being host to the best tournament that you've ever been a part of.
I like the hat. That's cool.
Oh, thank you.
So you have hats and shirts and
yes, yep. I'm wearing a camo hat. It says Tier 1 Pickleball on it. Again, everything kind of has a military theme with our brand.
Well, you're going to be very busy the next 6 weeks.
Oh, yes.
It sounds like quite a big task in front of you.
Oh, yeah. And deadline to enter this tournament, to register, is July 15th.
Oh, okay.
So you got a little less than a month to go to pickleballtournaments.com, search for Spa City Classic, and you can register. And if you just want to come check it out, you don't even need to play. Just send us a message on pickleballtournaments.com. just click contact us on Spa City Classic. If you just want to come watch and just be a part of it, it's going to be a lot of fun, a lot of energy. You guys are going to be there doing a live broadcast. So this is going to be a really, really fun event.
If someone is wanting some gear from Tier 1, how do they go about getting it?
Our website is tier1pickleball.com. We're also on the social media channels, Instagram, Facebook. We are a year and a half old, so a lot of our stuff is still in the works, but we have a pretty good offering. We just launched a women's athletic line, and everything that we bring to market, we spend a lot of time testing it. Everything needs to be Tier 1, top tier, super quality, and we have a really good team. So tier1pickleball.com is you can check out our website and check out all of our gear.
Will there be matches held inside the arena, like big matches where people can sit in the arena and watch? Is what I'm asking.
Yes. Yep. There's plenty of chairs for spectating. They have the bleachers, I think, that like the elevated seating up there. I'm not sure if we have access to those or not. I'll have to ask the arena. But last year it was packed on the floor. Everybody was on the floor. And then you kind of, find who you want to watch, and you can kind of feel the buzz. One part of the arena starts getting loud, so draws a crowd. You go over there and check out who's playing, and then as it gets later throughout the day, people start getting knocked out, and so the better caliber players tend to be playing later in the day.
Sounds like it's going to be a fun weekend.
Be
Sam, thank you for coming by.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate you.
Can't wait to get down there and see all this firsthand.
Absolutely. Look forward to it.
Sam Smith joining us. Spa City Classic coming to Hot Springs. We'll take our final break. Stick around. It's Out of Bounds.
Country music star and Arkansas native Joe Nichols joins Morning Mayhem each week courtesy of Powers Truck Parts and Service. Does your heavy-duty truck need service? Call Powers Truck Parts and Service with everything from headlights to taillights. Online at powerstruckparts.com. It's Joe Nichols with Morning Mayhem on 103.7 The Buzz.
Heartland Rehabilitation and Care Center in Benton proudly offers compassionate and loving care to our veterans, meeting the unique needs of every veteran who calls Heartland home. Visit heartlandrehabcenter.com.
Sound familiar? At Mattress Firm, we understand there are many problems that can keep you up at night, like snoring, aches and pains, or sleeping hot. Our sleep experts have the unrivaled know-how to match you with a mattress that can help. And now at Mattress Firm, save up to $700, plus get a free adjustable base with select Sealy Posturepedic mattresses. For the great sleep you deserve, visit Mattress Firm. We make sleep easy. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
There's enough needless nonsense in the world already. Your phone plan shouldn't add to it. Verizon's new Simplicity plan cuts down on the nonsense in your life. Now there's just one plan, one price, $30 a line per month, even for a single line. And everyone gets our best 5G network. It's a phone plan designed to do exactly what a phone plan is supposed to do. Isn't that a lot simpler? Switch today at Verizon.com or at your nearest store. For new customers, $30 per line includes auto pay and switch discount. Additional taxes, fees, and terms apply. Unlimited data is restricted to on-device smartphone usage. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds.
Listen for Champs and Chumps on Fridays during The Zone. Brought to you by Washita Bar and Grill on Central Avenue in Hot Springs and BKC Home Builders, building premier homes in Hot Springs.
There's nothing better than calling the Hogs with your fellow Razorback fans. Now's the time to start making lasting family memories with the Hogs by joining the Razorback Foundation. Annual memberships start as low as $50 per year. The financial support provided by Razorback Foundation members makes a once-in-a-lifetime experience possible for more than 465 student athletes. Your gifts provide scholarships, academic support, training in nutrition, as well as professional and personal development assistance. Razorback Foundation members earn access to season tickets, priority seating and parking, tailgating, invitations to exclusive coaches and player events, as well as discounts to local restaurants and Hog Heaven stores. Your support will help the Razorbacks continue the path of success and bring home even more SEC and national championships. Text JOIN to 479-349-4313 or visit RazorbackFoundation.com for more information. That's JOIN to 479-349-4313. Can't wait to see you on the Hill. Go Hogs!
Why'd I go to the doctor? Working on the farm, my heart kept skipping a beat. I didn't think much of it, but my daughters made me get checked out. Turns out I have atrial fibrillation, which increases the risk of stroke about 5 times.
Symptoms like irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness can come and go. But if it's AFib, the risk of stroke remains. If you have symptoms, contact a doctor.
I'm so glad I did.
Visit notimetowait.com. Sponsored by Bristol Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Meet Lee Platts, a renter whose possessions fill not only her apartment, but also the darkest corners of a mini storage unit. A land of both truth and fiction. Truth, everything inside is protected by Progressive. Fiction, one day Lee will fit into her clothes from senior year of high school. Renters, discover coverage for what you love and what you can't get rid of in Progressive's Protection Zone. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and third-party insurers.
Stay up to date with the latest Razorback news with the Red White Report. Every weekday with Justin and Phil on the Zone. The Red White Report is brought to you by Ortho Now, your walk-in solution for orthopedic care at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health.
Out of bounds on 103.7 The Buzz. Live from the TruService Credit Union studios. Online at TruService.net.
Yeah. And you say Shot City, Shot City, Shot City. I'm coming home again.
All right, back at it, wrapping it up. Wes Moore, Joe Franklin, Randy Rainwater's in the studio, hanging out with us, getting ready for Drive Time Sports. Double R, last college baseball game of the year tonight. Oklahoma and North Carolina game 3. I said it earlier, I have not watched one out, no, I've been busy. I was all in the U.S. Open. So that took up all my Saturday and Sunday.
I can understand that. Because, gracious, coverage started at 6 o'clock in the morning and went virtually until, in fact, they had a couple nights, didn't they? At least one, I know, that darkness got them.
On the first day, yeah.
So, yeah, if you wanted to strap in, I was fortunate if I had 2 TVs. So I could watch the Open on one channel or one TV, and then I had the College World Series on the other. The way they got started when they won 9-3, Oklahoma won, I thought, my goodness, they're just going to continue this rampage through regionals, super regionals. Now they've been averaging, 9 runs a game offensively in the College World Series. So, and then they threw their ace. North Carolina threw their ace in game 1, and they knocked him around. So it was. I want the SEC to win. In this case, it'll be Oklahoma. I'm just glad it goes 3 games because too often than not, in fact, we saw that with the College World Series in softball, where Texas just rolled over Texas Tech, made it look too easy. But I'm glad to see at least it's going game 3.
Bet Saracen has North Carolina minus 150 as the favorite, Oklahoma plus 120. I did see where North Carolina is starting Jackson Rose. He has pitched 12 innings in the postseason, hasn't given up a run.
Well, I keep waiting for that offense of North Carolina to really break loose. Oklahoma's already flexed its muscle. You know, Wes, of all the numbers that you can derive from baseball, the one guy, the left-handed batter for Oklahoma, who went through the first 17 or first 24 games without a home run. Now he's got 19 over the last 17 games, or maybe the last 30. I forget the number. I just saw the number and I thought, that is so extraordinary, because we were talking about this, at least on Drive Time, when Arkansas was getting ready to play Oklahoma. Oh, they should sweep the Sooners.
Yeah.
Oh, they have no power.
Yeah.
You know, they're just a bunch of
stealing bases.
Yeah.
That was it.
Base stealers.
Small ball.
Small ball.
And Arkansas should have swept them. Another
but
one of those. They won the first 2, and then the story of Arkansas's year, the lack of pitching, and caught up with them in game 3. And that was kind of the first time Oklahoma started hitting the home runs.
Yeah, their offense is legit, though.
Do you know, I looked this up today, Oklahoma lost their last 4 SEC series. They lost 2 of 3 to Auburn, Florida, Arkansas, Tennessee, and then lost the first game of the SEC tournament.
Missouri beat them in game 1, which you would have thought might have been the
knockout punch.
Yeah, the knockout punch for making the tournament.
We talk about teams peaking at the right time. Well, it didn't look like Missouri or Oklahoma was limping.
They were going the wrong direction. Yeah.
And how they turned it around, it's pretty remarkable.
Well, their pitching, and particularly the dominance you talked about, North Carolina, some of North Carolina's pitchers, the pitching by Oklahoma has really, through the majority, if not except for one or two games, has really led the team as much as the offense has.
Those freshmen.
Yeah, and they're all freshmen, or seem to be.
Well, what would you think of Wyndham Clark, what he was able to do?
I kept wondering. I am not a historian, if you will, or can't remember a lot of the small details, but I couldn't understand why the crowd was so anti-Clark, and they actually ejected several members. I say members, but those that were there in the crowd.
Some patrons?
Yeah, they actually.
Wow.
Yeah, one of them, you could hear him. This was on like only a second hole. Hit it in the rough.
Wow.
And there were some other comments that I can't remember all of them. And I'm thinking, man, what did this guy do? Did he murder somebody? I mean, all he did was trash
his locker.
Yeah. Okay. How many others have done that over the course of time? And I mean, you're not talking about most wanted list of the FBI, number one on that list. But anyway,
I was surprised too. I was taken aback.
Yeah.
To be another American.
Yeah, to be an American especially.
Yeah. I can get it if it was
I'd see if
a
it's a
foreigner.
Robert
It's a U.S.
Edwards.
Open. It's and you're rooting for your guy, Scotty Scheffler, but it's another American, and they treated him like a foreigner.
Yeah, I didn't understand that, but I do now. And he begrudgingly got a lot of once he knocked in that finish up tap in par to win it. Basically, that they finally gave him what I thought was a
polite applause.
Yeah, warm.
Yeah, we played that a couple of times. I mean, have you ever heard a major championship quieter applause for a birdie or for a winning putt?
But can you imagine, Wes, if they had held this tournament in Phoenix? Oh my gosh! If they were this brutal in New York, what would those guys in Phoenix have done?
I don't know.
You know, that crowd is always there for that waste management.
Yeah. Rowdy. All right. We'll be listening. Thank you.
Thank you.
Got Coach Z coming up tomorrow. Talk a little basketball with him and get ready for the NBA draft. First round tomorrow night. Yeah, it should be exciting. All that coming up tomorrow and much more. Hope you can join us, but stick around. Drive Time Sports is next.